Hey everyone, how's everyone doing tonight? Everybody okay? Getting through the springtime, planting your garden, doing all that crap? I've been really, really busy. I don't know how y'all been, but I've been busy. Anyway, I'm riding solo tonight. Mud Rabbit's not feeling too well, so we just want to have her relax so she's bright and shiny for the next one. I want to say hi to everyone in chat. Watt, thank you for showing up, dude, as always. You're more than welcome to come up here if you like. Cat in a birdcage, thank you for showing up. Very much appreciated. And all the lurkers out there, because I know some of you are lurking, thank you very much. So, how's everybody been doing today? We've been getting things done, everything like that. I've been gardening. I have to put in a new watering system for my garden, which means setting up whole new. I think I have to do a whole new pipeline and put in new hoses and stuff like that. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of work, but we have about 126 corn plants already planted, multiple tomato plants and pepper plants. Cucumbers are starting to come up, and so is the zucchini. And the strawberries have taken the hell over. They have taken over. I'm telling you, absolutely taken over. We put them into half barrels, and I only planted 5 in each half barrel, and those half barrels are full, and the strawberries are growing really big. The thing about it is they're also getting eaten very big. I don't know what is eating them, but it just likes to eat the really ripe parts. So, hey, Ricky, links down there. Watt, links down there if you guys want to join. We're going to touch a base on the paranormal today. You know, the things that go bump in the night, the fun things that we cannot explain. But I wanted to bring up a couple Mandela effects for the Mandela effect people that I've kind of been looking into and researching a little bit about. Um, so I feel a little confident to talk about them tonight. So back in my reality, we did not have 2 sets of tonsils. Does anyone here remember having 1 set of tonsils or 2 sets of tonsils? So apparently now we have tonsils that are underneath our tongue that we don't actually see, and the two that most of us or some of us as children got taken out because we were having strep throat and that kind of stuff. So the 2 tonsil thing, hey David, how you doing? The 2 tonsil thing is absolutely crazy. Um, I only know that we had one. I also saw an ad on Amazon a couple nights ago that had my favorite Mandela effect, as you all know, is the Kit Kat bar. And even though the bar itself did not have the dash in the middle, the writing down at the bottom of the ad said Kit Dash Cat. So I just wanted to bring that to some of y'all's attention. We covered the Shirley Temple Mandela effect last week. And let me see if there's another one. David, we talked about a couple other than people changes. I forget what that other one was, though. See, I have to write this stuff down. Oh, here's one for you guys. Do any of you remember a 9/11 movie that had Charlie Sheen in it, Whoopi Goldberg, and a few other well-known actors and actresses? Because I don't remember that ever coming out. So if y'all remember that, put it in chat. Or if you don't remember it, put it in chat. But apparently it came out in 2017. It's not a suggestion watch. It was really bad acting. Kind of like B movie type acting and very slow. Um, bad acting from the actor. So Charlie Sheen was horrible. And so was Whoopi Goldberg and the other few actors that are well known in there. Let me see if I can get a. So just so you guys know, so to me, this movie did not exist. I'm assuming that if it was out there sometime, it would have at least been advertised. And I watch a lot of TV, and I mean a lot of TV. So I'm assuming I would have seen it, but yeah, no, never saw it. Let me see. The movie is called 9-11. And again, it has Charlie Sheen and Whoopi Goldberg in it. And yes, came out in 2017. It also has Louise Guzman in it. Let me see if I can bring this up on the screen. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, navigating this is not the easiest, but we're going to try. So let's see how that works. And that didn't work very well. All right. Let me get rid of this one and share this tab here. I'm sorry, guys. You know, I'm still kind of getting used to the whole StreamYard thing. But even though I've been on it for a long time in different people's chats and stuff, but doing it myself is a little something different. So that's the movie. And let's see if we can. There, we've put it up a little more. And that's basically never seen this movie. It did not exist where I come from. So just to let you guys know, that is a thing, apparently, in this reality. And who knows? Like I said, if you guys know this movie or have heard of this movie or have even seen it, if you've seen it, I feel bad because it was a really bad movie. Oh, okay. So Watch said, yeah, he never heard of it, but then he said allegedly the movie is based on the stage play Elevator by Patrick Carson and focuses on the struggle to survive. Yeah, I'm telling you what, you're not missing out on anything at all. No, actually, Kat, this was after Two and a Half Men. So this was way after Two and a Half Men because it was in 2017. And I didn't really think Charlie Sheen was acting at the time because, yeah, David said never existed in his reality. Yeah, and we talked about it last night. It's like these movies pop out of nowhere. And like I said, I would assume that it would have gotten some publicity because of who's in it. Even if it wasn't a great movie. Does that make sense? I would assume at least it would have gotten some attention. But never heard of it. Never saw it on like Netflix or Amazon or anything else, or even when I was looking at like, I guess Spectrum didn't have it on. No one had it. But now Amazon has it for free. So if all of you, I was talking about the movie 9/11 with Charlie Sheen, Cat. Never heard of it. So if you guys have seen it, if it's existed in your reality that you remember, let me know. Give me a heads up. Because everyone that I've talked to, it never existed. And like I said, it really sucked. All right. So I'm going to pull up a video. I have a few videos to show. If anybody wants to come up, you guys are more than welcome. Comment and stuff like that on whatever I'm showing. We're basically talking about the paranormal tonight, Kat. So, 1 second here. So, Watt, how's your garden going, dude? And if you could give me a heads up on what is eating my strawberries, because it's only eating the ripe parts. It's not eating the white parts. So it hasn't eaten anything isn't red in color. Whatever it is, it's kind of picky. It will eat the part of the strawberry that's ripe off and leave the white part. And any suggestions on how to stop it would be nice too. I would like to have some of my strawberries. All right, guys, give me a couple minutes here. Okay, so here's a compilation of some paranormal stuff. If anybody has anything to share, feel free to do it in chat or come up on stage. But I understand some people are a little stage fright. But I know some of you aren't. So feel free to come up.
Records a video in her kitchen. The purpose of the video is to show an ice machine that she recently purchased, as there's something about it that creeps her out. The ice maker, according to her, makes a very strange noise during the late hours of the night. So one night, as the ice machine makes its unusual noise, Pershka heads over to the kitchen to record the sound. But as she records this video, something pretty creepy is caught on camera. What was supposed to be a short, random video turned out to be a terrifying clip that Pershka has recently taken down for unknown reasons. She didn't say why she took down the clip, but it seems that the video itself says it all. Have a look. Like a scene out of a horror movie, Pershka walks into the kitchen and captures for just a split second the figure of a little girl. Even creepier is that whoever this was just disappears as soon as the lights turn on. It's for this reason that viewers believe she had taken down the clip, as otherwise it would continue to remind her of this disturbing incident. Whatever was captured has left her extremely unsettled. Even though this video was taken a few years ago, it is still unknown as to whether or not Pershka had captured something paranormal on camera.
Did you guys see anything with that video? I really didn't see anything. And I think it's kind of funny when people capture it on camera that isn't like a surveillance camera or something, because I really think it's kind of odd to catch something that happens out of nowhere. Unless you're walking around with your phone recording all the time, I think it's a little difficult, but I like to hear what people have to say. So
in the early 2000s, there used to be an abandoned asylum in Massachusetts known as Danvers State Hospital. Before shutting down in 1992, the asylum had an estimate of 3,000 patients, all of whom were severely mentally ill and poorly treated. Nurses who used to work here recall seeing horrifying things that continue to haunt them to this day. From patients walking around in their own filth due to a lack of basic hygiene, to patients receiving forced lobotomies that would often leave them in a much worse state than before. Employees of the Danvers State Hospital are haunted by these terrible memories. However, aside from the past, the asylum is infamous for being extremely creepy. After shutting down in 1992, teens would come here after hearing rumors that the building was haunted. Although this next video wasn't taken by a trespassing teen, it was taken by a curious security guard back in 2000 whose job was to look after the historic building. But little did he know that he would capture something very strange in the basement of the asylum.
Hey,
What's up?
what's up? How you doing?
Good. Good, good. I sound okay?
So, yeah, you sound fine.
I'm on my headset, so I was like, I didn't feel like dragging out
No,
my mic.
it's all good. How you doing, Ricky?
Oh, so far, so good.
That's good. Just talking paranormal stuff. Some videos here. I think the last one, I don't know. That I kind of get like that's not real type vibe because who carries their phone and records all the time? Like, do you just walk around your house and record? So maybe some people do. If you do, that's fine. But I don't think the
Yeah.
majority.
Well, I can see like the first one. It's like if they're looking, they're trying to find something. Like, hey, there's a noise. Let me see. But then again, like you said, like who actually does that? But if you're really trying to, you know, figure it out, maybe you can catch. If you're thinking that maybe it is paranormal, then maybe you would. But uh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I'm
did
just
see
like,
a little bit on that, with that little girl, though. I did see a little bit. It's faint because it moves so fast. It's barely, but you can see a little something there. But um, uh, but if that's because possibly you're looking for it. It's, hey, there's going to be something.
yeah,
But you
I
see a
think,
little bit of shadow move just a touch. Not. Um,
I think really like if you go around your house and you're recording everything, that's, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you would catch that. But have you ever caught anything with your camera?
I haven't caught with my camera. No, I've
No,
caught audio.
I haven't
Um,
caught one with my camera either.
yeah,
Because usually by the
but I
time you,
haven't tried.
what'd you say?
I thought, how about I haven't tried either. I'm not, I think I heard Dave Schrader say years ago, like, you're not supposed to like try to paranormal, like, investigate your own home, or you might get upset what you find. So, and then, there's so many things that happen on their own. Like, I don't want to find whatever. I don't want to. I'll leave it in the mystery.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't mind like investigating my own home, but I can tell you the things that I've noticed around me, they're kind of quick. So I don't know if I would catch them. Like if I could reach down and hit record on my camera fast enough to record, you know what I mean? So
hmm Like I tried to catch an orb one time when I was camping, and as soon as I reached for my phone, it went, disappeared. But then I tried to debunk it the next day, and um, yeah, that didn't happen either. But
we have people joining. Um, we have Crunchy Bee, and who else do we have?
That is
Is
David
that
Wolf.
Dave Wolfie, how you doing?
Nice, nice.
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. We're looking at normal stuff.
So the topic is ghosts and stuff tonight.
Yeah, ghost and stuff tonight. I went through a couple of Mandela effects already, like the 2 sets of tonsils. Kit Kat reappearing in the ad, writing of the ad as Kit-Kat.
What's it?
And
two sets of tonsils. I haven't heard this one.
yeah, you have 2 sets of tonsils. You have the hangy balls at the back, and then you have, and then you have a set under your tongue.
Yeah, she's right.
Yeah,
I've heard this too.
I don't have anything hanging under my tongue.
it's not hanging; it's just there.
I don't know.
Ricky, do you know that you have 2 sets of tonsils?
No, I still got my original set, but no.
Well,
I do too.
Another set underneath your tongue. Just
Where?
let you.
I don't feel it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's over here like moving my tongue around my mouth. Like, where's it at?
Are we just talking about that little like the strip that like connects it at the? There's like a little.
No, they're actually like. If you look, let me see if I can pull up a diagram. I have this video up, so I can't pull up the diagram, or else I will knock the video off. But if you Google a second set of tonsils, you might find it. And so it wasn't really a thing where I come from, but
Lingual tonsils, they call it. Like other tonsils, they serve as part of the Waldier's ring, acting as a first line of defense against inhaled and I'm still not like seeing pictures of it though. I see.
I've heard this though, but yeah, it's very strange.
Okay.
It is very strange. It's very strange, and I never heard of it before. And they can get infected just like your tonsils in the back of your throat can.
That's interesting.
Oh, I remember you.
That's
right. I do remember her now. That's right. She goes. That's right. I remember you now, Chris. Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I was telling her.
She gave me a hell of a reading. I'll tell you that. She was on point too that night. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you, Wolfie. I was like, how does he not remember who I am?
No, I remember your voice. That's all I know. Your voice. I'm not gonna say anything else, but yeah, it's great.
So
I remember you.
Oh, it's at the back of the tongue, not under the. It's right.
I know. I was looking. I'm
gonna gag myself trying to feel it.
Who else is trying to figure it out?
No, I'll throw up about
Okay,
that.
so these is hold on. I'll share pictures. It's kind of gross. I don't know if anybody really wants to look at it.
We don't want to see your tonsils.
There's not
Is it
mine.
yours?
No. Okay. But okay, so this looks like the best picture. There's one way back on your tongue. It's a little bump. Oops.
I don't have that. I'm an alien.
Think I do either.
That looks like they got.
That looks like a herpes.
Get a hold
I don't know what the.
No, they got a hold of the wrong person. What that is?
Yo, I don't know. That looks like a herpes, bro.
I don't. Yeah, there's not much there. Okay, it's just a little like tiny little bump.
Yeah, but it's considered your second set of tonsils, which I've never heard about. Never.
Me neither.
It wasn't a thing. And then we went over the 9/11 movie. Did you guys ever see that? With Charlie Sheen and Whoopi Goldberg?
No.
Yeah, so apparently in 2017, and Crunchy, I think we were talking back I think I've known you that long.
Mm-hmm.
From Jay Chris's show, and I don't ever remember an advertisement for it at all.
I've never. What's it called?
It's called 9/11. or 9/11,
With Charlie
and it
Sheen?
has Charlie Sheen and Whoopi Goldberg.
I have never heard of this.
I've never heard of this either. Is it a
This is
movie or a
Mandela.
show?
What was it? Straight to DVD movie, I wonder.
What? Dude, this has to be a Mandela effect. How has nobody heard of this?
Whoopi Goldberg. Like, holy shit.
Ricky, have you-
What? This seems like it would be. I mean, it only got 4.5 stars, but still seems like, I mean, the actors and stuff seems like it would be known.
no,
Huh.
it really isn't, dude. Like, let me be honest with you. It's worse than like better acting was an Attack of Killer Tomatoes.
I love that. I have a really good memory of making these Attack of the Killer Tomato cookies with my mom when I was a kid. And they were just cookies that looked like the
So
tomatoes.
that had better acting in it than that movie. Very B level acting, which was surprising from that cast that's in it. Ricky, have you ever heard of that movie?
No, I haven't.
Did we lose you, Ricky? There?
I heard
No.
him. He said,
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm here.
it's one of the. So I would call that.
I might watch it.
I don't
after
know
this
if that's a Mandela effect. Oh, dude, don't do that to yourself.
stream. Sure, I watch yours.
It is a do not recommend. You might want to play it on 2 times.
What was that? I watched this
So
movie.
let's check it.
What was the name of that movie? It was supposed to like kind of put off like an Indiana Jones style movie, whatever, but it was horrendous. What was the name of that thing? I only paid like 99 cents at Blockbuster when they were like Blockbuster was going out. I had to think about it. That was. Ugh.
So, Ricky, do you know about the Mandela effect?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
wait,
I
hold
know.
on. What do you
I
know?
know you-
Whoopi's like, what do you
want to
know?
Yeah, what do you know,
want to
sir? Come on, Ricky. Give it to me, Ricky. Uh-huh.
know? Um,
No, really,
you know,
what-
also a lot. Yeah, I know. I know you're being serious and funny at the same time. There's
No, I'm asking you, what is your biggest Mandela effect?
well,
He's
I
not
think
Mandela
the
effect.
thing the bursting bears, the Fruit of the Loom cornucopia. I remember. I wish I hadn't burned a bunch of my clothes a while back because I swear on everything I would have had a shirt that had that.
Oh
I know
my God.
I know the cornucopia was there. I remember that. Like you know, the Jiffy peanut butter. It's like weird little interesting things. I remember Mandela. I thought Mandela had died in prison.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so did I.
Mhm.
I remember.
That's the OG. That's the number one. That's the one that started it all. You know, and then we started
No,
making other
yeah.
things.
And then you
You
see him
know,
skipping on the streets. He's free and alive. It's very amazing.
yeah. I think you know. I kind of think. I wonder if CERN didn't unlock some shit on us. You know.
See, that's what people
Um,
think. I don't know about that, but I'm not discounting that either. But you ever heard of the Lion and the Lamb, right?
That's the biggest one for me.
That's my biggest one for me too, because my last name's Wolf. So the lion shall dwell with the wolf now instead of the lion and the lamb. Oh wait, I said that wrong. I'm sorry.
Do you know that
But
one,
yeah.
Ricky?
the Lion and the Lamb. I'm not.
Yeah,
It's a Bible verse.
instead of the. Oh,
Hold
go ahead.
on.
I'm sorry.
Hold on, Wolfie, let me talk. It's a Bible verse that said the lion shall lay with the lamb. And they used to have little figurines of the lion and the lamb laying together.
Yeah, paintings, puzzles. There's all kinds of.
Paintings, puzzles, calendars, everything.
I remember
And
in 2016, looking up like a painting of the wolf laying with the lamb was like the only thing you could see was looked clearly AI. And now I guess there's more, but yeah, that was the big one. It was the prophecy of when Jesus returned, all these animals that would normally eat each other would be friendly and loving to each other and stuff. That was the whole would be peace on earth, right? But now it says it's weird the wording. It says the wolf shall also dwell with the lamb. So
Yes, thank you.
and a lot of
Well, the
people say,
wolf,
well, what's the big deal? It's they're both predators, right? So what's the big deal? Well, the wolf was symbolized the devil, right? Um, and the lion was the Lion of Judah.
Hmm.
So now it's more clearly focused on the devil's like here with us, also dwelling with us. So I don't know, that's a big change for me. I guess if you don't grow up Christian or whatever,
Which he is. Which the devil is dwelling with us.
yeah, it's there's several Bible changes. I don't usually cover the Bible changes though, but there's also movies that have appeared out of nowhere, movies that have disappeared out of nowhere, and multiple other things. There's so much to just, I don't want to overwhelm you. There's so many Mandela effects that it's kind of
Oh,
hard to keep
a
track
bunch
of
of
them
them.
all.
There are also a bunch of them. I wonder, some of the movies and TV shows. I showed a clip on my live stream a couple weeks ago where they showed the original clip from the TV show, and then they showed the streaming clip, and it was edited, and where it completely kind of changed how the whole dynamic of the scene. And I well, I've talked with a bunch of people and stuff like that, and I'm thinking that's the reason why like everybody's like, you don't need DVDs. You can stream your music, and you stream and like you stream your movies and all this, and is a way to that's a way they can actually change so many things. And um like they did that with Robin Hood, and they changed the beginning because at the very beginning for a little while. I think they changed it back, but the beginning it was talking about how if basically if the government is acting a fool, we need to rise up and and take them down. And that whole screen during the Robin Hood movie, they actually just kind of covered it up, which now it's actually came back. Once some people started acting a fool about it. But I think there's just some of the TV shows and stuff. It's just is manipulating, and I think part of it. I wonder if it's CERN, or I wonder if it's is it they're messing with stuff just to see what they can get away with. And so they can manipulate. If they can
It is
manipulate little things,
some,
yeah, yeah, I was gonna say if there's just
yeah, I do believe they
manipulating
do
little
do it.
things. Go ahead. Go.
That's okay. I think we're lagging over each other a little bit. Um, I do
What?
admit, like, there is manipulation and really, well, there
No,
is
no, I think we are
manipulation and
lagging.
are we lagging?
I really think
Uh,
so.
Huh.
okay.
What if it's
Because when I said A, you kept talking and you were like, really, Wolfie? And I said
Okay.
that like in.
I don't really know how to fix that. I'll try to take a look back here, but I don't think there's a way I can fix it.
Do you have a lot of stuff
Um,
running,
but
Golden?
definitely, like, what
Do you have like a lot of browsers or tabs
would you
up? It
say?
might be.
No, I only have 2 tabs up,
Oh, okay.
but my computer acts up every now and then. Like, I got to be honest with you, it's not the best, but it does its job. um, but I do believe there is a manipulation in Hollywood. There's manipulation in a lot of different things to make us think one way or another, or try to make us think one way or another. But with the Mandela effects having like the whole movie gone, and it's gone, it never existed. And that's Shazam. Do you guys know of any other movies that have gone on?
I remember Shazam. I remember watching Shazam.
Crunch?
But
I did too.
See, that's the only one, like only Mandela effect I'm
Yeah,
not
Shazam
affected
never.
by. Is I don't remember Shazam at all. I remember Kazam, but I believe people did watch it. I've talked to many people that aren't even really know about the Mandela effect, and I've brought that movie. I was like, and they were like, yeah, I definitely watched that. So
Yep.
I mean, I believe it did exist, but maybe it's just one that I missed or didn't exist for me. And that's the whole thing. It's like it's so hard to like. Are we living in different personal reality bubbles? Are we from different worlds or something? Because it's so hard to relate to anybody. If like, well, you're not from my universe, so it's like I don't know. You get like demonized or something if you don't remember this movie.
You know
yeah,
what bothers me? You know what bothers me is, sorry guys, a little delay though. Is that we give credit to the evil when maybe it could be the good doing this as well. You know what I mean? I think we give too much credit to the bad and not the good, you know? But that's just my opinion.
yeah, it could be. I've been talking with a lot of people like on my stream and stuff, and with on others, and talking about like the possibilities, and maybe could go back to CERN again, but you also could be it's just like some kind of way, like like scientists have been talking about like the possible multiverse and stuff like that, and it could be we're bleeding into these other spots, so that's why like like you said, certain people have you know there's different Mandela effects for different people because like maybe they're part of this one and now they're part of this kind of multiverse. They're on this level. Now they come down and hit this one, and so that's why it kind of blending together and kind of confusing everybody. Which I've said a bunch of times. I think if anything, the scientists are going to be the ones that are going to kill us all because they just do stupid shit that they have no idea what they're doing. Like when they EMP'd Hawaii with the nuclear test up in the sky, or they spread bacteria in San Francisco and kill people, and or like when they turned a hurricane and killed people through Georgia and stuff, with Operation Sirius. I mean, and they've done so many things like that over the years. It's, hey, let me try this here, and
It's normal.
I
It's kind of
wonder,
normal.
yeah, I wonder
If
if
you
they
think
just
about
unlocked
it, you know
something.
what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, I just
It's
wonder if they
called
Yeah,
unlocked
it's
something.
not really. It
no, I was
definitely
gonna
there
say,
is.
go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, David. You're Wolfie. You can go.
No, I was just gonna say that I think it's normalized to us because that's all we know. People are doing this, and they're getting orders from way up there, and they're doing this, like bringing trash through the ocean, and then you got the internet cable that runs through the ocean. Like all this stuff is done by man. If you really think about it, is it really the devil, or is it being orchestrated by the devil by getting in your head and you're actually doing things? I don't know. I'm only here just spreading my opinions here. I'm not facts on anything, but I just think at the end of the day, I was telling Crunchy B,
That's
it's
actually a good
within
point,
you.
Wolfie.
It's within you to change yourself. You know what I mean? We could bitch about this all day. It's great conversation. I love talking about it because I would like to open up more people's minds to it and be like, yo, do you see what's going on? So we can all help each other and change each other and talk to each other and actually do right. But everybody's so focused on the bad, you know?
Anything is possible,
I
like my podcast says.
I agree with you. If you focus more on the positive, you're going to be in a better spot to handle a lot of things, both mentally and emotionally.
But we were designed to find the problem and fix it. Like
Who
that's
knows what I said this before?
go
And
ahead.
fix it. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I mean that's our
absolutely.
nature is to
French.
want to make things better, and most of the time, at least for me, I'm trying to fix something. I break 10 other things. And I think that's what's happening is we're like creating these medicines and stuff, and then it's creating all these other problems. That's it. I don't know. And
Crunchy
then again,
B,
I
Well,
have
that's
to
like the
wonder,
long commercial.
you can't
what?
fix everything.
The long
Sometimes you
commercials that are like, take, take this
you
for
break
side
it.
effect, side effect, side effect, side effect. Is that what you're talking about, Crunch?
Yeah, yes, yeah, pretty much. And then they don't even tell us about all the side effects. Is
Like, yeah, 50.
so we're
Yeah, they
running
do on the
on
commercials.
misinformation, disinformation, and uninformation. We're not informed like that antibiotic that I took. Like they didn't tell me that it could cripple me and leave me in chronic pain for the rest of my life when I would have been fine without it. It wasn't even a proven infection. It was just a suspected infection. So and that's what I'm saying. It's like evil, and
No,
it's
I understand.
by design. I don't think like the governments are doing this all by accident and stuff. Like if you want to say like CERN is causing the Mandela effect and stuff, well, where did they get this information from? They didn't just do it. I think it's all occult knowledge that is gained through
Nothing new under the sun, my man.
demons telling them things. I mean, all you have to do is
Saturn
use a
worship.
Ouija board and you'll be talking to a demon. But that's just my perspective, my thought.
That's your opinion.
All these things we can't see, and we were designed not to see them for some reason. That's the big question. Is it all nefarious, or were we put here for a good reason? Did God put us here to like try to? But it's like
Well, I told you, Crunchy, over and over again,
not to what?
not everything's bad, not everything's negative.
Yeah.
I said I told you before, not everything's bad and not everything's negative, right? But go ahead, Watt. You were about to say something, or not Watt, Ricky. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, oh, you're good. Yeah, it's that southern, tone. Yeah, I was gonna say, you got like Saturn worshipers and stuff like that. I seen a cool cartoon from like the 1930s where it was the planet Saturn was buying the world, and so it kind of showed like, possibly that's what's going on. There's, and people always think negative, think, well, that's crazy. You think somebody believes that, it's not real, or, like Baal or Moloch or something like that. But it don't, the thing about it is, it don't have to be real. It's just got to be real in somebody's head for them to do all kinds of dastardly deeds or whatever to make things, how they think it needs to be for that, entity or whatever else. Um,
Yeah, I was gonna say like Masons, the Boule, you got the Black Boule, which is part of the Masonry. Like all these people, you think LeBron James, all these people, oh, they just became great players and they didn't know anybody. No, they were brought up in this stuff.
mm,
Like you got to think of that too. Same thing with Will Smith. They were all brought up in this. This is nothing new. Oh man, what's that thing Tom Cruise goes to? What the hell is it called?
The
Jesus.
Scientology.
Yeah, all this
The
shit, dude.
Scientology.
Scientology.
Yeah, it's all the cults. It's all what you believe in, right? But you have a gut feeling, you have a heart, you got a soul, you got a morals, right? We've been raised, and even then, our parents, like I was telling Crunchy B, our parents, we've all been brainwashed, and then we're taught by them, and then we're brainwashed, and then we go through the things that we go through because the world is the way it is. Because it's just very sad. At the end of the day, we're all slaves, and that's just what it is. And if you want to say it, you're not, then I don't know what to tell you. Do you own your house? Do you own your property? Because you pay taxes on it every fucking year. You don't own shit if you have to pay for it. You get what I mean? And nothing's for free. It's all a monopoly thing. And I go back to Vanderbilt, like I was telling Crunchy B earlier, when they with the train tracks and the monopoly they created. It goes on and on, and it's
I know.
unbelievable to me. It's
I
just
understand what you're
unbelievable.
saying, Wolfie.
So do
But
we
But
worry about
I
it?
would, no, I
Do we
wanted to say
fight
this.
it? Go ahead, man.
No, I just wanted to say, we kind of interrupted a show, and I love paranormal because I've been at gravestones. I've done it. I've heard voices on my recorder. It's pretty cool too. So, but if we want to finish this up, yeah, it would be cool to get into that. But yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we should get back into the
Okay.
paranormal.
All right.
Do have any of y'all had any
Just mute
experiences?
up, guys, and I'll play the video.
Okay. All right.
I've had a bunch of experiences. We can talk
I've
about it in a
had a
second though.
lot of it paranormal.
All right. We'll get into it later.
Yeah, we've had a lot. I know you've had some. Crunchy, do you want to share?
Let's just watch the video first.
Okay. So this is an insane asylum that they went to go investigate or play around in or whatever they're doing there, and they recorded this.
It's a bit hard to see at first, but as the night guard pans the camera to a room inside the basement, a shadowy figure can be seen moving slowly inside. The guard doesn't notice the figure until much later after watching the footage. Naturally, he was silhouette walking further into the room as if trying to hide from him. Mind you, the basement of this building is completely inaccessible to outsiders, so there's no way that a trespasser could have been inside. It's no wonder that viewers believe something supernatural was captured. But of course, the question is begged. Just what exactly was caught on camera? Whether ghost or not, it remains a mystery as to what was captured.
And we got commercial.
Hey, you should use Brave
Now, the
browser.
following video was submitted to me by someone who has no idea where the video came from. Its original source is unknown, but despite its mysterious origins, the clip is sufficiently creepy on its own. The video seems to have come from a CCTV camera that was placed in front of a driveway. Everything appears to be normal until you notice the two strangers that are at the owner's beams them with the car headlights, presumably as an attempt to scare them off. This, however, doesn't work. They're still there while eerily standing still. It is at where things get really creepy. Watch. In utter disbelief, the property owner sees the strangers disappear without a trace. Clearly, there had been two vanish as soon as the man seemed to explain, and with little info on this clip, the video becomes even more mysterious. If two strangers were seen on camera, then how is it possible that they suddenly disappeared?
And so, what do you guys think about the asylum one? The one that was shown before, the two strangers?
I couldn't really see
I'm
it.
kind of thinking.
Well,
I'm kind of thinking it was its own shadow. It was his own shadow.
I think the more focus we put into this, the more you're gonna see. I don't know if that means like it's not there anyway, but um it definitely, the more energy you put into it, the more belief you put into it, the more manifest.
Mm.
So I think it's always, they're always there out of our vision. Um but it I don't know. Jinn or demons, specifically, I think it's Muslim, whatever Bible they have or whatever. It talks about the jinn, and it says how they can change physical matter, but they can't change our memories, which is
Mm.
why I think this. I think that's why Mandela effect is caused by. I mean, people have been using Ouija boards and witchcraft and stuff like that for as far as it goes back, and they didn't do that because it doesn't work. It works. The more like focus and energy you give it, it feeds off of that, and it will show you things. And also, I think they try to scare you because fear is a huge energy. Um, but I just don't. I don't think it's ghosts. I don't think it's like our dead ones. That's just my belief. Um, I my personal experience was because I wanted to prove that this other world was real. I used a Ouija board that I made. I just wrote the letters on and yes and no and goodbye on a piece of paper, and I used a candlestick upside down because it like slid better that way. I don't know if inverting that caused anything, but spent like 20 minutes um, with my girlfriend uh, because we watched that movie that made me think about it. It had that Ouija board in it. I forget what it was called, but uh, I just wanted to prove whether it was real or not. And I spent like 20 minutes, and I don't know, after like 15 minutes, I felt this push, and I looked over at my girlfriend. I was like, "Did you move that?" And she's like, "Yeah, this is bullshit. Come on." And I was like, "No, no, seriously, like seriously, let's focus." And I spent another 5 minutes asking if anything was there, and I finally said, "Is there anything good or bad?" So I invited even the negative, evil, most, and that's when it moved straight to goodbye. And when it moved that time, I didn't feel it felt like a magnetic pull, like it slid so easily. It wasn't like when she pushed it. Uh and it just went straight to goodbye, and I jumped up, took my hands off, and now I guess you're supposed to say like goodbye or whatever, but I just jumped up because I could feel this energy, and the way it moved freaked me out. And right when I jumped up, my son's toy train track broke apart. It just snapped apart and like loud. And I looked over at my girl. She was like, "I just put that together. Like it was solid. I put that together." So, uh, and I put it back together and like tried to forcefully break it apart with my hands, and it was hard. So I know it didn't just snap apart by itself. And then in the next like month or whatever, all these strange noises were happening, and my girlfriend was sleeping on the bed, and I was awake, but the whole
You
bed
said that
shook.
and you started the robot.
Um, yeah, I don't
One
know. I
second,
think
Crunch. Does anybody know Max Red?
Max who?
Dread?
No. Is he trying to come in?
Oh,
Yeah,
maxed
Ricky,
out.
do you know him?
Yeah.
Let him
Okay,
up.
he's from your. All right.
I've seen him. I've seen it before.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up,
Cheers.
Max? How are you?
Pretty good. Just saw you guys streaming open panel, so I figured I'd hop on for a little bit if you guys would have me.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
Rules are respect others and other people's opinions. Don't be disrespectful to my stream, and I won't kick you off.
great.
So have you had any experiences with the paranormal?
Yeah, I've been researching it for a few decades, and it exists. It has ways to be verified with the scientific method. I notice a lot of people don't like to accept it because it doesn't go along with the orthodox explanation of what we're told to believe. I think that a lot of people that do psychic, I have a lot of friends that do psychic readings and stuff like that. And, I look at things from a very scientific perspective. And I think that sometimes they can sense things, or maybe they have a way of receiving messages, but maybe they don't know exactly how they do it. And it can't always be done on tap. Like somebody rolling dice and they can hit a 7, but they can't tell you how they hit it. And they can roll again and again, and then they hit it again. So I've had people talk about certain things that, it goes into coincidence. What is a coincidence? A synchronicity is there's times when you just look at existence and it seems kind of surreal. But also dreams have a profound effect on the waking reality. So yeah, there's a lot of ways that I've seen what I would say is paranormal is real.
Oh, it's real for
Well, that's
sure.
very, yeah, it's definitely real. I am a psychic.
Mhm.
Max, just
Do
let
you
you know.
do you do like psychic readings and stuff, or are you just psychic?
I do them for free. I do psychic readings for free, but I'm picky about who I do and whose energy I get into. Yes, I do psychic readings. I do astrology readings as well. But again, I don't charge, so I'm picky. And I want to welcome David. Welcome to the stage. I'm glad you're here, dude.
What up? How are you?
But I'm doing good. Hold on, hold on. But yeah, Max, I am a psychic, and I can honestly say I have prophetic dreams. I have multiple different things that I can do. I see past, present, and future.
Wow, that's deep. The fact that you don't charge for them sounds good. It just
No, I don't charge. I've given even some people here a psychic reading. I just don't charge for them. And it's not part of my gift. My gift is not to profit off of it. My gift is to help. And that's the way I look. And I tell people the same thing, whether you take my advice or you don't, it's not going to affect me either way. So some people have taken my advice, some people have not, and I'm cool with it because it doesn't affect me either way. I'm just trying to help.
Mhm.
And that's what I do.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems genuine because being that you don't take money, that's one sign that I've noticed, because you don't have anything to gain really, so it seems much more genuine than somebody that's always trying to get somebody to pay or say. And not to say that people that do it and charge don't have an ability, but it just is a little more skeptical as opposed to somebody who just does it because they have a gift. And tonight I noticed it was a full moon, so those things have some sort of effect. I would think, according to, yeah.
The moon definitely has an effect. The moon is the controller of emotions. And that's why a lot of crimes are committed. People have a lot of emotional ups and downs, roller coasters during the full moon. And it lasts usually between the first 3 days prior to it and 3 days after it.
Mm-hmm.
The effects.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, every time I say kid, I'm about 18. I got arrested like 3 times, and every time was on a full moon.
Wow.
And the hospitals are always packed too. During there's more injuries, there's more ER visits during a full moon. There's no doubt that. I mean, our bodies are water. There's 78% water, and the moon affects you know the tides. Of course, it's going to affect us too.
So, do we have any free will? I mean, I believe in will, but it's definitely not free. We have to fight these emotions. We have to fight the moon. And what other influences do we have to constantly battle?
Well, you're
Things
gonna
that
have
we can't see.
every being, Crunchy, has influences. Ants have to go over hills. They have to dig in dirt. They have to watch out for people walking or spraying them. Like every being has obstacles and things that influence them. The free will is how you deal with it, how you choose to deal with it. That is your free will.
That's not free. That takes a lot of psychic energy, right? to fight something that is forcing you to do something else. I mean, every time you just jump, you're fighting gravity, right? You're fighting a force that, every movement. It's we're fighting something else. That's just.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like.
Maybe the free will. Maybe the wording is. Maybe free will is not the right wording, but we do have a free uh, ability to choose our path. We do have to. We got battles. They're going to have. Just like we have. Valleys and hills, and we're going to go up and down, and in our lives, and we we had to fight our demons, and we had to fight addictions and all kinds of stuff, but we still have that choice of, hey, I'm gonna get up today. Like if you're an alcoholic, you have the choice to kind of get up and take that drink. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Hey, but you got to fight that urge, and you got to fight all that stuff off of you. But you can still have that ability to stop that if you want to. I think it's dictated in the stars that, hey, you're going to today you're going to take that drink. I don't believe that. You can stop that. I know I did like 15 years ago. I went from a functioning alcoholic to drinking probably a gallon a week or at least minimum to nothing.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, the free will is how you deal with it, in my opinion, Crunchy. So what perspective you take on it, what outlook you take on it, whether it's positive or negative, and how you choose to deal with it or ignore it. You can always choose to walk away from something.
But what if that thing like alcohol or psilocybin says opioids actually helps you, and you use it medicinally instead of like abusing it? Like
that is the personal choice.
Oh yeah, alcohol is not bad. I mean, there's balance. If you everything's in balance. So like if it's just like food. You can overeat and over gluttonize and become 800 pounds, or you can eat well and eat decent or whatever and work out and do what you need to do. And take care of yourself. Just like alcohol. Like they say it's good to drink a glass of wine. With your dinner or something like that. It helps with your cholesterol or whatever. It helps with your heart. So, I mean, there's benefits to the alcohol. It relaxes you and stuff. If you can control it, like me personally, I can't. I
Yeah.
can do it for a few days, and then one day it's not good. I'm gonna go down the little spiral. Um, but if you're able to drink and be calm, and how you have your two drinks, you get home from work after a hard day, and you drink you two beers, and you're good. You stay at home, you don't drive around. Hell, there's nothing wrong with that. You know,
It's so hard to not. Yeah, I guess that's addiction. Is like I can't. 2 beers is like okay. Well, now I'm starting to feel good, and I'm just gonna just let that go and feel like shit again. Well, no, I want to keep feeling good. It's like, dang.
Mhm.
Um,
That's what yeah, I agree. Like for me, I think I'm always thirsty anyway. So like if I got whatever's in front of me, I'm gonna drink it. And then like you said, once you start relaxing, like man, this feels good. Just sitting there chilling, and you want to be more till you're not, until you hit that point that you start going downhill. You're on this nice roller coaster up. Man, I feel good. I feel relaxed. This is a great feeling, and then you get to the top, and here you come. Um, it's a it's a hard one, to deal with. And it's a hard addiction, the fight and
yeah,
um,
this is it's
Mm.
so ups and downs. That's why I want like stability. There's no. I
You
mean,
create your own stability, Crunch.
no, because we're with these physical bodies that have limitations, and so say I want to clean my house, and I can't even finish cleaning one room before I am exhausted and hurting so much that like I just can't. Otherwise, I'm going to be down for a week, and then there's this physical this time constraint that feels like well uh, you're gonna die or eventually, and you're just gonna keep decaying. Your body's gonna keep breaking down. I mean, I it's so hard to like tell other people how I feel. I'm almost 40, yet I feel like I'm in like a 70, 80-year-old body. I see 70-year-olds doing more than I can. And so there's this time constraint of like, okay, well, you don't even know like maybe you could die tomorrow, get hit by a
Mhm.
car or something, and so it's like so you want to get this thing done before you die or whether it's just something as small as cleaning your room, um, or a big um, dream that you always had, or well either just making money just to afford the room, right?
Mhm.
Like and that's a big force is everybody gets woken up at the crack of dawn or whenever their alarm clock goes off just to be able to go back in that bed and go to sleep. Like wow.
Yes,
Do,
Crunchy, that's life. That's life. That's
well,
living. It's
I mean,
living
Yeah,
life.
I
isn't
mean,
it grand?
it,
Like what the
do you think
I mean
alcohol
that's why you
um
go ahead, Max.
a door to something else allows things to enter, even opioids and other substances?
yeah.
Because
Yeah, it's pretty known around like people who are in tune with the supernatural. Alcohol, marijuana, the antidepressants, anything that changes your mind, that can alter your mind, it leaves you open.
I'll tell
so
you what.
people would be possessed then, or
Not
open
Yeah,
to
possessed.
possession.
you are
They'll be
in a way.
opened. It's not possession. It's not possession. What it
But
is actually just controlling.
You don't
So
think
there's
it
difference.
can lead on to full possession though? I mean,
yeah,
it's
No,
an
because I don't
influence.
think.
That's what I said, like driving under the influence or whatever. You're under the influence, but you
hmm
don't think it can lead to a full possession where say somebody blacks out and they don't remember, they have no control over their body or
No,
yeah.
Crunchy, because I've seen it. So no, it doesn't lead to a full possession. It
But
doesn't mean this notion that everything's negative and everything's either a demon or something nefarious is false. It's
no.
it's fed by it is false, Crunch. It's fed by movies. It's fed by fear.
Well, yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you. I don't think it is all negative. There's not every entity that we see or are influenced by is negative, but
it doesn't mean if you leave yourself open that you're not going to see something that you can't handle. But it doesn't mean that you're being attacked.
When they drink and they say, I wasn't acting like myself, or I don't know what got into me, you know, like, right?
It doesn't mean that you're under a full possession and you need an exorcism and you need holy water and go to a church right away.
No, I'm not saying
no, I was talking to
like that. Yeah, like more of when you open that door, when you take that substance, you're subject to that, like how the other guy was saying, when people black out and they don't remember during that blackout when they're doing whatever they do, that's not them. That's to possess them. And then they come back to who they were when it wears off. So like it opens the door, allows the possession, like when people are on crack or meth or another drug. I mean, some of them really look like they're possessed, and then they come back straight and they're just like, okay, I'm back. So it like opens, you know, and not everything is negative. I hear what you're saying. You know, that
it's not necessarily possession, but it's influence. Well, so it's like okay, let's say it's your base identity is who you are, right? So if you're constantly using a substance, that substance can take hold of your identity and start to twist your consciousness, so that it starts to influence the way that your brain, your identity, and your mind operates. But like possession is like when you, let's say you open yourself full on to the spiritual realm in every possible way, and you're just like, I'm just open to it all, right? People align with that shit sometimes. Like there was this dude I heard about years ago who's like this big Christian preacher out in Indonesia or something, I don't know, Korea or something. But he was talking about how he aligned with dark spiritual energies and did occult practices and then was a martial artist. And he was like a gang dude, and I don't know what the whole story was, but he had supernatural, like like you couldn't stab it.
You know,
like the demons would protect his body.
Wow.
So there is that. There is like
you've heard
energies that people can align with and do that with.
See, now that's perceived as good, right? Because this entity is protecting him.
Well, I mean,
right. But at a cost.
Yeah, at a cost. Yeah, I mean, there's got to be a balance, right? Whether it's, I mean, I've heard a lot of. I mean, I remember back in the YouTube days when it wasn't like censored and stuff. I got into. I remember I seen some people sacrificing chickens in their closet, like blood just everywhere, and I was like, wow, okay. And but they were doing that for you know, ritualistic for gain of their. I mean, they were sacrificing that. So there's always a sacrifice to something, whether you can like see it or, you know, people that you don't even like talk to or say like across the world could be, you know, it's like the butterfly effect or whatever. There's got to be something that, but you take it as a good entity because they're bringing you this wealth and this protecting their body or whatever, you know, and that's seen as a good thing for them, but you never
maybe not for the chicken.
Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, if you take different worldviews, there's different worldviews here, and now that we have the machine god, what we'd call the transhumans, man. I mean, there's a machine god here, whether people like it or not.
I think we're in the machine.
That's a real thing. That's not like made up. There are these people that worship the chat GPT and all that shit. That's a god. There are people that have created that god.
They see it as a god. It's not actually a god. It's AI, but they see
It's
it
AI,
as
but it's a form of intelligence that's beyond our intelligence.
Well, you've heard of the Shoggonath theory, right? Where AI programmers say that, like, it's from a Lovecraftian, thought, where the AI, when you talk to it, is wearing a mask, and it's telling you what you want to hear. It's telling you the program, but every now and then that mask slips, and you see what it is, but then it puts it back on real quick. We see it with people too. You talk to somebody and the mask will slip, especially like if somebody is not really your friend, but they act like that and you succeed. Or you can just see from people's reactions when you succeed or when you do something, and the way they act, you say, wow, it's like a mask slips. Relationships too. The mask will slip and they'll say you changed, but I'm thinking, no, that person didn't change. The mask fell off, that that's them. You're seeing what was underneath. And that's the way some people, sometimes it works like that. But the AI, that they're trying to say that it really, who knows where it's going to lead in 10
I think
years.
it's just a giant electrical Ouija board. And that's why sometimes it seems so dumb. But the more you talk to it, the more you interacted with it, just like a Ouija board, it will get it very smart and start either, acting demonic or telling you things that people you shouldn't know.
Is it a portal, you think? Like maybe?
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's I think these entities are electrical in nature. We can't see all the Wi-Fi flying through the air and all that. Just like we can't see most ghosts and demon or whatever you want to call them. We can't see them. We could feel the energies though. That's why I think it's always been here. Like AI has they say AI in a general sense. It's always been here. Yeah. The intelligence has always been here.
Yeah,
like
they didn't invent
UFO, the aliens, they're not from space. They've always been here.
Yeah, My co-host is really into Bigfoot too and stuff like that. We have different.
I think that's opinions. The same thing as the UFO. That's they're shapeshifters. They could show up as a Bigfoot. A UFO.
Or maybe Bigfoot is different, and we have different. So Bigfoot, he talks about the wolf man or dog man, and
yeah,
well, Ricky covers a lot of that, don't you, Ricky?
I do, and I think we're really discovering things, over time, and possibly, truly. I'm kind of a Graham Hancock, thought process of, that we have
a species
humanity. We are people. Yeah, species. That's it. That's my exact words I was trying to pull in my head. But, we have we had amnesia, that and then possibly, and possibly we could have the world could have got to this point again back in the Atlantis times.
Oh,
and AI did, and shit happened and we get reset and now we're back to it again, and I think possibly we probably are into another one, but on my show we talk about my show is anything is possible, and we do talk about anything and everything.
Yeah,
it is proven that if you take a bird's eye view of the societal structures of how the different histories of Earth and all the different societal structures, they are designed like a computer board.
Exactly.
Like there's a dude, and I watched it here on I forget which channel it was, but basically from a bird's eye view, some of the societal structures, even ancient structures and ancient cultures, were designed like a computer board.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's transference of energy. That's why they built highways, to transfer energy from here to there. I mean, it's the same.
I've heard one lady, she had a channel, I think Melissa Gibson or something Gibson, and they said that the routes were like built on giant tree roots, like roots, so like Route 99, Route 95. And it's a pretty deep theory. I mean, I'm not sure if it's true, but
Mhm.
that old saying, all roads lead to Rome, because when they conquer a place, they build a road to it. So if they ever rebel, they can get the army quicker. But I think somebody's got.
1 minute, guys. Hey, everybody, you lurkers out there, please take the time to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell. I am the queen of pop-ups. You never know when I'm going to be on, but I'm usually on Fridays. And astrology live stream will be probably next week.
Wow, you only
So
have
just like,
110 subscribers. I thought you had more than that.
no,
Well,
dude. Like,
lot of good people here, so thanks for being here,
yeah.
everybody. Like and
Yes,
sub.
thank you all for coming. But please take the
Yeah,
time to
you
like,
too,
share.
Blacklisted.
Mhm.
Also, I know at least 3 of you on here have a channel. Please feel free to post it in the chat for people or in the comments, whichever you prefer.
I sub to Ricky.
Oh, appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Ricky's good.
Good
I
stuff you're
really,
doing.
I
Yeah,
was
we
on,
have fun on our show.
yeah, I was on Ricky's a couple of nights ago. And Max, if you have a channel, you're more than welcome to share it.
Thanks. Yeah. At Architects of Humanity, right here. I don't know why it's not letting me. I can post it in the private, but won't let me post it in the regular. I got to go on YouTube.
Probably
'Cause
don't have a wrench.
Yeah, it's Architects of Humanity. I've had it for a couple of years. People can
Did you
come
post
on and do
it?
interviews.
Did you
Yeah.
post it in the private?
Oh yeah, here, let me
You did?
put private. At
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Post it in the
subscribe to you,
private.
Max.
Architect.
I
And
looked you
Crunch,
up
can
and
you do
found
me
you.
a favor?
Can I do
Because I know you
Um,
have a wrench. Can you share it in
think-
chat, please?
yeah,
Yeah, sure.
at
Thank you.
Architects of Humanity. Yeah, I spelt it right. Yeah, appreciate it. I'm interviewing a guy Sunday on he's recreated the light bulb that they have on the hieroglyph in Dendera, Egypt, at the temple, the Dendera light bulb. So he's an engineer. When you look at it, it looks like it's a transformer with a cord, and modern archaeologists will just say it's symbolism, but it works. I
There's a
mean,
flower.
yeah, they say it's a flower with the emanated, but it's actually a actual light bulb. It seems to be where electricity was re-engineered over thousands of years to where we have it today, from what might have been a cataclysm or some type of what some people call a reset. Graham Hancock talks about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Well, I
I think
talk about there's a 20-year cycle that we actually restarted on come 2016, and it's increments of 30 years, but the full cycle is 120. So
that's what I was gonna say. Like the fire station isn't in Pennsylvania. They have a freaking light bulb that just stays on all the time for like over 100 years, and they're like ringing bells and shit. But we buy light bulbs and they pop. It's just to get you to buy more light bulbs. It's a scam in a way.
I agree with you, but
Yeah, like
the
an old
cycle I'm talking
refrigerators and
about
stuff like
is
that.
it's kind of like a time cycle that every 30 years it takes a different turn, and we're basically reliving history over and over again. Now the next one is 2046. The next turn or bomb dropped is 2046 to 2048. So it's happened throughout history. I've traced it back to the 1400s. The 1450s is where I stopped, but it's a series of events And that's the thing with the Mandela effect. It's changing dates. It changes dates so that you don't, for people who don't know that cycle, they won't be able to figure it out.
It's changing everything. It's
Yeah.
a little. It's not just like, oh, maybe they just made, they just change it on the. No, it's everything. It's the books in your home. It's everything. Like movies, music. We can go on and on, right? Like probably even spoon names for all I know. It's so crazy. But thanks for letting me up.
There's something called the Phoebus Cartel, and in 1924, the manufacturers like General Electric and Philips, Osram, they systematically limited the life bulb lifespans. They made sure that they said, okay, 1,000 hours to boost sales, right? By reducing spans from over 2,000 hours. So I think they still have one burning from like 1903 as an experiment. And it's basically a light bulb cartel. And now I think in 2011, they outlawed incandescent light bulbs to be produced. So you can still buy them. But, when you think about that, it's like, why would you make producing a light bulb illegal? And when you look at an incandescent light bulb, it's actually a steady stream compared to a fluorescent that flickers at an extremely high rate and an LED. And we talked about some experiments on a few streams ago where they are doing tests. Well, they have done with mice. And when the mice go through the maze, they'll flash the blue LED on one mouse and it will forget how to go through the maze. So it affects the short-term memory. And everything is getting replaced with these blue-based LEDs. So kind of like that device from that movie, The Men in Black, the neuralizer that, they press it, it flashes and people forget what happened, say, for the last 15 minutes. And then he talks and says, okay, this is the story. And then I think in part 2 or 3, they tried to put one of those in the Statue of Liberty to flash, the entire city. So it really makes you think because the technology is real. It's there. The fact that they limited the span of the light bulb is general knowledge anybody can look up. It makes you wonder why.
No, it does. It's weird though, but it's funny how you said they flash LED, and because usually when you flash something at an animal, they run the opposite way. So, I would like to know, how the hell do they know that he forgot?
Well, the way the experiment explains that, okay, if we have two mazes that are exactly the same, and the two mice will run through both of those mazes a couple of times. So now they can get through the maze at about the same speed. One mouse, they flash with the LED blue light. The other mouse, they don't. So now the mouse that they don't flash continues to go through the maze to get the food at about the same speed. The mouse that they flash with the light now acts like it acted when it first got introduced to the maze, showing that its short-term memory was affected by the blue light flashes. So that's one result of the experiment that they repeat over and over. I've studied a lot of science, so the experiments, and you're right, that's a key question to ask. How do they actually get the results of this? And it's important, but we might be somehow being flashed now. We don't know. I mean, I keep an incandescent bulb. I also have a candle that, I always make sure it's a beeswax candle, because if it's paraffin or something like that, it poisons the air. So we see all these different ways and say, sometimes people will say, well, it's about cost and all of that. And I'm saying, well, when you burn certain things, it will give off certain chemicals if it's made from toxic chemicals, which a lot of paraffin and stuff like that is. Natural beeswax doesn't. Lights, same thing.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah. And I hate freaking LEDs, dude. I freaking hate them. I have Christmas lights in my house, dude. That's what I use, bro. It's kind of funny, but it's because I don't have any pictures. I live in an old cottage house, so like there's no like where you can just screw a bulb in the middle of the room. So I have, and there's only like LEDs, so and it's only in the kitchen over over it. It's an island, really, is what it is, and it's over the island. I don't like to use them. So I just hang up Christmas tree lights around the house. It looks pretty dope. It reminds me when I was like 17 smoking weed and shit with black lights and things. But yeah, it's kind of funny. But yeah, I don't like that shit either. Dude, I use regular light bulbs as much as I can.
I think they actually unlocked them. As I say, I think they actually unlocked. I think Trump, that was one of the things Trump actually did was they turned that around and where we can actually start, buy them and they're making them again. Something happened. It's happened real recently.
Do you know light bulbs can last forever? They just make them so you keep buying them.
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
Oh yeah,
it's the coil. It's the coil, bro. They make weak coils, and I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like TVs, and like I got a small flat screen TV I've had for 15, 17 years or something like that. It works great. I bought a 55-inch TV, and it lasted like 3 years and 4 years, and it died. It's truly, it's made. That's why, like, if you go pick up one of them refrigerators from the 40s or 50s or something like that. That stuff still works to this day.
Yeah, no, good engines. They don't make them like they used to. Right.
No, and it works. It works just as good. They showed that. I seen the thing. They did a power meter on one of them old refrigerators. They're like, well, a modern refrigerator is uses less power, and they're like, well, that's bullshit. So they turned around and they took the door off the refrigerator, and left it outside, and they turned it on, and it used the same amount of same amount of energy as a new refrigerator does with the doors on.
Well, we don't even need a refrigerator. We don't need a refrigerator if you know the old school ways. You just dig shit in your basement, bro, and stack it in the fucking hole, bro. You'd be good to go. Especially if you, I'm just saying, that's old school shit. Yeah, man. I got books on it. I read them all the time, and I got all kinds of, like what to pick, like flowers and weeds. They call them weeds, right? Which they're really healing, especially the yellow ones. That I eat them all the time. I'll pick them right off the grass, eat those bitches. You can make tea out of them. Yeah, dude, you do it all, man. It's amazing how they keep everything away from us, but it's all right here in our backyard. No, just spray some fucking poison on them, have a clean lawn. Yeah. Throw some Scott on it. Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, that's because
they want.
No, well, we have all the things that can heal our bodies all around us all the time. We have all the herbs and all that. You just have to find out what they are. And they tell us to kill it all. They tell us, and then they give us the drugs that get us addicted to destroy our minds. Man, it's been proven. It has been proven that all the pharmaceuticals destroy the human mind at the end of their lives.
Yeah, what you were saying, dude. I've been on pills, dude. I know how it is, dude. I've been on opiates, dude. And guess what? I did it cold turkey, and let me tell you something. This is probably the worst thing I'd rather go through a car crash, fucking cut my finger off. That's how bad it was, dude. All the bad things came up. I'm talking about all the bad feelings that I've ever thought. Everything just came out of my body, dude. And I'm sitting there. I couldn't sleep, dude. I couldn't do anything, dude. It was the scariest thing. Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
See,
when you're doing fucking, no, I'm telling you, dude. I did 100 milligrams a day.
See, I don't think it's the opiate itself, the chemical.
You're an idiot.
How it opens up your mind. To, I mean,
I'm sorry, dude. I take that back, Crunchy B. You're not an idiot.
You're fine. You're fine.
It just slipped. My bad. You're not an idiot, bro. It's just I never felt the. It's like coming off alcohol and everything that. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Crunchy B. My bad.
No, I was just saying. I think it's it's demonic. What you felt was demonic, right? All these negative. I mean, I felt the same thing from THC, and people would say I'm a fucking idiot because weed caught. No, because people think weed's just all don't. No, I ate these edibles, and all of these negative memories that I can't even remember right now from my childhood were being brought up, and it felt like a demonic attack, like.
Well, think about this. What?
No, hold on. Let me.
I'll
Can
go
I
ahead.
finish it? I'll finish and let you guys go. Crunchy B, you're not an idiot. That slipped up. That's just the dick in me. I'm sorry.
You're
dude.
fine, man. I know.
No homo, right? Did you hear what I just said? I was dissing myself there.
It's okay.
But what I'm saying is, it was kind of funny, right? But if you think of, no, dude, I was covering up all that with the pills, man. And I was drinking. And I was doing 100 milligrams a day. And then of Oxycontin, fucking the codeine, you know how it goes, the perks and all these good things, oxycodone, whatever the fuck it was. I was doing it, right? Because I like downers, right? And then guess what? I fucking stopped, dude. Cold turkey, dude. And like you said, all the feelings came out, dude. It was the worst. I'm telling you, this is the worst thing I've ever been through. So I'm only telling you by my experience. I quit, and it took me 2 weeks. I'm talking about almost a month of going through this, feeling like I wanted to kill myself, feeling like I had no one to talk to, and everything that I'm not going to say on here because those are things that I've went through that I don't think everybody should know. But you know what I mean? Like I felt all those come back that I buried. And it was very scary, man. And I just remember praying. I was praying to God and shit. And guess what? I made it out the storm, man. And here I am now. Yes, I still drink and I smoke a little bit of weed. Kill me for that, I guess. But I'm just saying one thing at a time. And that's what you can't tackle everything at once, And that's what people don't tell you. Just quit. You can do it all. Let's get it done and blah, blah. No, you got to take steps. You know what I mean?
Well, how many people, I've thought about this for a long time, man. Because I mean,
scared. It's the fear. That's what I wanted to tell you too.
Dude, in like the 90s.
The fear.
And everybody was getting diagnosed with some shit and being given some drug.
ADHD. I was on fucking Ritalin, Quantificine.
Oh yeah, Klonopin and Ritalin and phenobarbital and fucking. Oh, I don't even know, man. Like, there's so many pharmaceuticals like Xanax, and it's like, dude, what has happened to our souls that we're not able to master our own emotions? And people repress the way they feel through their religion. I've seen that.
I don't believe in religion.
But I've seen it.
I'm not a Christian either.
No, I know, dude. But I've seen it in my lifetime. And so it's like, why? Like, we're born into a world that does not teach us how to master our own minds.
And we're born into a world
that does not teach us how to use and utilize our own emotions. So like our emotions are repressed through drugs so that when we actually can try and feel them and use them as a way to like grow, we don't know how to, because our parents don't know. You know what I mean? Like they were abused or they were beaten or they were whatever.
Absolutely.
To protect their inner soul and so like they repress it all through all the, like, I met a dude in Arizona a couple of years ago, like a year ago, and he was like a god dude, like he was drunk all the time, but he was dealing with he loved all the drugs, and he's like a martial artist dude who can kill people, and he could, dude, like he was fast, but he was in his 60s. And dude, like, I'm like, but all you're doing is trying to protect the way you feel.
Right.
All you're doing, you think you have to go through life and never feel a damn thing. Like,
well, this
and it's not that we need to like live by our emotions, but we don't even know what a base emotion is because of the amount of drugs and the way that we were raised. And like, I watched this dude, Mark Passio, last night, and he talks about shadow work, like inner work of your own life, because our programming and our fucking families passed us down all this bullshit.
no,
And
what it
it
is.
is bullshit. Like we
No,
were
it
passed
is.
down all this crap, and we're like,
No.
well, that's just how it is.
See, this is what I was talking about earlier
One
about
second.
free
Let me say
free
something.
will.
Let me say
Oh, go ahead.
something.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Crunch. Hold on a second. Let me say something, guys. Listen, I understand it's passionate, right? It's a passionate discussion. I don't want to get anybody worked up on panel or in chat, but a lot of it actually has to do with discernment and what you let bother you and what you don't. I take a lot of that into with the Mandela effect and the supernatural and the paranormal and the whole shebang. If you pay attention to it, it can change your mindset. But if you observe it, notice it, and walk away from it, you'll be better equipped to handle the next one that comes. And I was on the phone with David last night. No lie, David can tell you about this. But I was like a big middle finger to the Mandela effect. I was not in a good mood for the last 2 days because I'm noticing more changes in people around me, and it overwhelmed me a little bit. And I'm like, hey, I'm not feeling this. It's kind of like after you've been in it for a decade.
It gets
Yeah.
sickening. It gets sickening.
Yeah,
It really does.
It gets old. And sometimes you get frustrated with it. And sometimes you can give it the big middle finger and just be like, okay, I'm not dealing with this. And that's what I usually do is I observe and I say, oh, well, that's interesting, or haha, real funny, right? And because you got to admit, the Mandela effects are funny. And some of those paranormal and supernatural are funny as well. So you kind of take it with a grain of salt, throw it over your shoulder, and walk away from it. That's not going to pay your bills. That's not going to, keep you housed. That's not going to feed you. Pulling your energy into things that aren't that
That don't matter. I know you want to say that.
I still wanted to. I was trying to walk that line, but if it doesn't serve you and it's not going to do anything for you, then take an observation of it. And come on, you got to admit some of the Mandela effects are funny. But every now and then you're going to get frustrated about it. You're going to, want to give it the big middle finger, so to speak, and say, fuck off. You know what I mean? But you got to look at what serves you. And that's in all aspects of life. All aspects. Is this really important?
Right. And I was going to say, like, I was telling Crunchy B too, it's all about the work on yourself. Once you work on yourself and you can work on yourself and be solid and take anything that comes to you, I think it will be better for you in whatever you're doing.
But just because you don't let something bother you, that doesn't mean it's not happening, right? I mean,
no. What she's saying is the things that bother you, let it go.
Yeah, sure, I'll let it go that the government is overseas just killing people that I don't want to be killed. That's their problem, right?
But Crunchy B, you can't do anything about it, and neither can I. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hold on, Wolf.
You gotta work.
I understand where you're going, Wolfie. But there's nothing, like Wolfie just said, there's nothing you can do about it. You cannot stop it. It does not impact your immediate life. It does not feed you. It does not house you. It does not clothe you.
So if I'm walking by
It does not
and I see someone getting hurt in any kind of way you can imagine, and I just say, meh, not my problem. Like, I ain't gonna let that bother me, just let them get hurt.
No, now you're being an asshole.
Oh, well, what are you talking about?
No, dude. If I see someone getting hurt, if I'm gonna see someone getting hurt, I'm gonna fucking help them. But I'm saying, if the government's doing shit, you don't see, you can't touch it, can't feel it. It only affects you by the TV, radio, online. Then leave it alone. You can't do it. Only you can do is fix yourself and do what's around you. Fix your house, fix your mom, fix your household. Fucking raise a cat. I don't know.
If it's just a little farther away, then let's ignore that.
Hold on.
No, that's not what I'm saying, bro. You're not getting the point.
Crunch, I think you're getting a little like deep into it.
I'm
It's
just being debative. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think you're getting a little over it there.
I was saying that on the Crunchy, is like, you got to look at, there's things like, the things going in the world, like on Wednesday nights I do a lot more political shit on my show, and it's just to get good information out there, get true stuff out there, and like the stuff like like what's going on there. That's about all we can truly, us personally, really can do is just get stuff and get information out there for people to have information, and then maybe more and more people come. Yeah, plant a seed, because you never know what that one person. I take it as I look at it this way. Even if you're religious or not, but like if Billy Graham, somebody, like, I take it as a Billy Graham effect thing. Like, somebody preached to Billy Graham, and then he turned around and he went to preach to millions of people. So one person, that's all it took to plant a seed to one person, and that person took off with it. So we don't know how long of that, whether it's the butterfly effect or whatever. We don't know where our information and we can help goes down the line. So that's what we can truly do here as a person, like over here in the United States, what we can do, or wherever we're at, wherever we're at in this world, is like get good information out there and let people know the truth of what's really going on. And
well, funny you mentioned Billy Graham,
up,
because he's a Mandela effect for a lot of people.
Yeah, there's.
Is he too? I have not seen that one.
He died like 3 times in different people's realities.
Yeah,
for
he's
some
out
people,
there right
he died
now.
in the 90s. For some people, for me, he died in like 2011 or 10. And then he came back in 2000 and died in 2018. But for some people, he died back in like 2000. There were videos, there were all kinds of crap. And he died in like 2000. But that's a whole other thing. I get your point, though, man.
David, who are you talking about?
Billy Graham.
Oh yeah, Billy Graham's been dead and live and dead and live and dead and live.
Yeah, he died 3 times in some people's realities. He died twice in mine.
I wonder if it's that or it's damn clones.
I don't know. He died in 2018 for many people. He died in 2011 or 10 for me, because his legacy was handed over to his son in like 2012. So there were videos about it. That's all gone. But there were videos of his funeral and all that, and everything being handed over to his son in 2011 or 10. Those are long gone from the internet.
Is that the SNL guy? If I'm Billy Graham.
No, Billy Graham. Billy Graham. He was a preacher.
Oh, okay, my bad then. Wrong guy. My bad.
Let Max talk for a minute. He was going to say something.
Oh yeah, Billy. Yeah, the clones seem to be a very real. Thank you. A very real thing. I mean, they've cloned the sheep, the axolotl from the 50s. So there's a movie about it too. Not to say that all movies are true, but that movie, The Sixth Day, where they would get information through an eye scan, all these DNA tests. So it's like we're living in a very odd time where, when I look back at like a movie like Metropolis from the 20s, a silent film of them creating a metallic robotic woman that gives birth to workers, it has an eerie kind of vibe to it. And then as you go through the years, Invasion of the Body Snatchers from the 50s, and then it's Night of the Living Dead in the 60s, and Soylent Green in the 70s, and Logan's Run. Island of Dr. Moreau, all these experiments we see. The experiment that where Alex Jones was saying his stuff, it came from a guy in Arizona and California, Tyrone Hayes, where he used atrazine to change the male frogs female to the point where they could reproduce. And now in Lake Erie, they have fish that have become hermaphroditic, where the seagulls that eat the fish give birth to hermaphrodite children. And it's like nobody cares when you think about it.
But you got to think these are animals, bro. This is not a human being. That's a whole different. That's a step up. You know what I mean?
Really?
I don't.
But
In my opinion,
there's
you can do.
there's
You don't
possible.
think something that can poison an animal can poison.
Well,
It can't
if you're talking about
It's not
cloning,
really-
as in like
the Mandela
taking-
effect isn't them cloning. It's things that are disappearing and reappearing, or they just.
I thought he was talking about. I'm sorry, I thought he was talking about cloning.
Yeah, I think cloning is a way to give an explanation to people dying and realiving and stuff like that, but it's not. There's so much more, and it's so much deeper, Max. I'd like to go into it with you sometime and show you some things, but there are movies that were made that they said were never made, lines in movies that have changed, music that has changed. It affects so many, and changes in people as well. Some people have been changed, and they are no longer and don't have the memories of the person that was there before. And I bring this.
That could be like, you've seen Invasion of the Body Snatchers, right?
Yeah, it's hard to say
That's
that
different.
it's invasion.
Well, remember when you
it's a
look at the
step
movie,
in. It could be possibly a step in.
yeah, like people would fall asleep, and then when they're sleeping, the pod would grow an exact replica of them with memories and everything, but devoid of emotion. And their real body would crumble away, and if they didn't wake up in time. And
So have you seen that video about them putting people in jail to do fucking like 20 years for 5 minutes? That's some weird shit. If that's what you're talking about, like putting them in cells.
No, it's not that. It's like there's a few scenarios.
No, what he's talking about is something taking over their bodies, and I do see that as a theory. Also, as a theory, Max, we have parallel universes and different timelines. We've been doing this for a decade now, most of us. So we've come up with every fear. Crunchy B is big on the simulator. We live in a simulator. We all have different theories. I think it's actually an entity taking over their body, or we've just moved to a different universe or parallel universes. We have so many theories, the whole group there's a lot of people that have Mandela affected, Max. And it's like, there's a lot. I can't even count. Even on YouTube, there's a lot of us. And we've come up with every type of theory, shared it around with each other and tried to get it out. But the people changes is not one that's not really talked about too much in the Mandela community, but used to be talked about. And these people have no memory of things that would be memorable.
Well, there has been body changes in books.
Well, could it be?
Oh yeah, there's body changes, but I used the 2 sets of tonsils, for example, but the kidneys moved up into the ribs.
Right. There's no such thing as a kidney shot now. Yeah. All that stuff, or a liver shot. Yeah. It's all protected by the rib cage now, and your heart's in the middle. Yeah. It's crazy.
But and now the light
there's bones behind the eyeballs. We all know that stuff, right?
Yeah, he doesn't. I think
so. Hold on. The blue light experiment, right? We're seeing for real in real time, scientifically observable, repeatable, measurable, that the memory can be affected with these lights. Now, everybody has blue lights in the computer screen, and they're LEDs. There's LEDs in street lights now, stores. And this is just theory. Maybe the Mandela effect has the timeline, could be affected, different timelines. That makes sense. But also we have the real science of, not to say that the timeline can't be real science too, that they can flash things and affect people's memories.
Yeah, but how come it doesn't affect everybody?
Yeah,
Some
misremembering is a trigger for a lot of Mandela people. So just be careful on that one.
Yeah.
But
I understand what he's saying.
It's a big trigger.
No, I'm not gonna get triggered. I'm not misremembering though. My fingers are still the same size. I still walk the same. I'm not gonna go there, but everything looks pretty good to me. What I mean?
How would we know, right? How would we know if somebody?
Because I know myself.
No, but if they affect your memory, now this is just a theory. If somebody erased your memory and implanted your memory again, but
then we're all fucked.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
Okay, hold on. I mean, so Max, we have residual evidence that these things did exist, the way we remember them.
Now, the thing is like, if you look at my avatar, that is a real Pikachu tail. That's real. That is a real Pikachu, like Pokemon binder. That's what is no longer on any Pikachu. That's residue. That is leftovers from that. I mean, I was going to buy that, but
yeah, it's not just yellow, right?
It's no longer on. It's no longer on Marketplace. But that is how the Pikachu tail used to be.
You think
we find residue of how things used to be.
So,
but in the current reality, it's no longer that. So in the current reality, you're not going to find a Pikachu tail like this, but that is an actual binder with Pikachu.
All right. So, are you saying that maybe that could have been adjusted through time travel, or is it something else?
I don't know. It still exists.
There are some people that believe in time travel. There's multiple theories. There's so many theories, but we can't scientifically prove them, right? So we can't
prove why. We can't prove why everything changed. We can't
prove that it's happening.
We can prove that it exists, that it is constantly happening to our reality. We can prove that things are changing all the time, constantly. And I have residue of Lion and the Lamb. I have residue of the old Lord's Prayer, how it used to be in every Bible on earth, not in earth. Like now every Bible says in earth. There's
one
beam me up, Scotty. Like I could go on a long list, but
yeah, there's so many, David. But this is one that's simpler. And my husband, every time this commercial comes on, my husband says, "Fuck you, Mandela effect." So it's Smokey the Bear, not Smokey Bear. And only you can prevent forest
You shouldn't have gave him the answer. Why'd you give him the answer? It was always Smokey the Bear.
Yes, it was always Smokey the Bear.
I have a picture on my channel, and it just says Smokey Bear. It's like, what
Smokey Bear is a Mandela effect. It was Smokey the Bear. And the story behind it, as I discussed with someone else on somebody else's stream, and he told me the story behind it, is there was a bear caught in a wildfire, and he actually made his way out. It was a little cub. And so they started Smokey the Bear after that bear that made it out of that wildfire. And it was only you can prevent forest fires, not wildfires. So those are, the other one is, I wish he was
wildfires now? I didn't know that. Yeah, it was forest.
Yeah, that's weird. It's always been forest fires. Only you can prevent forest fires.
Yeah, I've watched, they played this, like I have DirecTV, so they played the same ad over and over again because I was streaming. and it was Smokey the Bear, only you can prevent wildfires. And every time it comes on, my husband gives it the fucking finger and is like, fuck you, Mandela effect, it's forest fires. So we have proof in different ads, newspapers, even clips from movies. We have the proof. It's just that we don't know what's causing it, and we know we can't stop it because we've all been down that rabbit hole. So after a decade of dealing with it, the thing that I focus on is the changes in people, but a lot of people focus on the stuff that's easier to explain, that has the residue to prove that it's going on. The other thing is Ed McMahon. Did he work for Publishers Clearinghouse or did he not? I don't know how old you are, Max, so I don't know if you remember Ed
No,
McMahon.
I remember. Yeah, I remember Ed McMahon with Publisher Clearinghouse. That's what. Yeah, seems like. I mean, it makes me wonder. Crunchy said something about a simulation. If it is, are the simulations bleeding into each other? Like, could that be another theory? Where
Yeah, that's another theory. That's another theory. We've had so many. We have theories upon theories upon theories, but like I said, we can't scientifically prove it. We can only prove that it's happening. So Ed McMahon never worked for the Publishers Clearinghouse. So if you,
I mean, I'm Gen X. I don't know if you're Gen X.
Oh my, I'm Gen X too, and so is Ricky, and so is David, and I think Wolfie is too.
I'm
So
pretty much. I'm born in '81, so I'm right there. I was born in May of '81. So
you're
I'm kind of
like a borderline, because I think
I'm borderline. I'm like you guys, but I'm very influenced by the millennial reign.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm 85. I'm 85 in May. What's up, brother?
What's that, man?
I am Gen X. I was born in the 70s. I am Gen X. I remember very clearly. Hold on, Crunch. I remember very clearly him saying, "This is Ed McMahon here with the Publishers Clearinghouse."
Yeah, I remember that.
Knew that. Well, he never worked for the Publishers Clearinghouse. If you look it up, he never worked for them.
So you saying
only Canada?
So now that's changed.
Yes, he only worked.
Yeah,
he did a.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. They've denied everything that he actually did, and like you can find residue online, and you can find people who have found himself saying that he did.
Wasn't he
many TV shows saying that he did, and many like there's still evidence that he did it, but like Publishers Clearinghouse themselves, some guy came out who I've never seen or heard of saying it never happened, and that we were confusing it with family publishers or some place I've never heard of. So like if whatever we're living in, they are literally the what I can call them the controllers. That's the only way I can define them, is the ones that try and control the way that we perceive life and reality.
Yeah, but it's okay, guys. It's okay. We're in space, spinning at 1,000 miles, going to somewhere else. Don't worry.
On a flat earth. All right. No, it's like I don't even know, man.
Can like Crunchy have a word? And he was about ready to say something.
I just wanted to say I don't know where you got it from, but I don't believe this is a simulation. I don't know.
I just got it from what you were saying earlier.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was him.
I think it's more of a hologram. As many other smart people have said, this is a controlled hallucination. It's like a hologram. It can change, and maybe our thoughts and beliefs can change it. But there's also all these other influences that we have to battle with, that which a lot is portrayed, given us through the news or through YouTube and other people. But
we're all microdosing.
It is a creation in a sort. I don't know if I still battle on if we create it with our thoughts and feelings and stuff. But there's definitely a substrate to it. There's something that is not us. You know, I don't think I don't know. And then there's like if everything is all one and all that. That's
You mean solipsism, where
yeah, that I hate that one, but yeah, I'm still.
What is the
open to that.
solipsism? What do they say? They believe that everybody's one, or
no. It's like your mind is all that exists. So my mind, it's the only thing that exists is you, and you're creating everything, which could,
that's some BS.
well,
Yeah, we're all just talking to ourselves here. This is,
no. It's not that. It's saying
Does that go along with the manifestation theory?
it goes along with kind of we're sharing a dream. So I'm sharing your dream, you're sharing my dream, or it could also
the dream scenario.
like it could also be that your mind.
Well, I didn't see you in my dream, but I don't know what you look like. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's just a theory.
I don't think that's solipsism. Solipsism would be this is my dream, and I am basically all that exists.
Well, not
and
even your
you
dream.
are me. All of you all are me, because this is just a dream. As we go to sleep, we wake up with those memories and thinking like, well, I just made all that. All those people that I talked to when I was asleep were just me.
We're self. We're all self.
What
at the end of the day.
Like, okay, what if we're like characters in a play, like The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Tom Sawyer, Huck, Jim, and maybe, I've thought, okay, if free will doesn't exist, so that means I'm going to pick the pen up with my right hand, and I decide to pick it up with my left hand to show that I have free will. But what if I was always going to pick it up with my left hand? So
what if it's an illusion?
Well, not just an illusion, but it's already written. So it's written to where we think we can change it, but you can't. And they'll say, well, I'm going to get up tomorrow and do this, or I'm not going to drink, or I'm going to drink. And it's already planned. It's already there. You can't change the script. You think you're changing the script, but this is going along exactly the way the script was written. That's another.
This is what I would argue. What you call free will is just a word, right? We don't, but we do. We have a mind of our own. I can pick up my foot right now.
But say that that's what was written.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was programmed in you to think that. So you think you thought.
I know what he's saying.
Exactly,
See, you're not.
Exactly. You see, he gets it to where you think that you're picking up your foot of your own free will, but that was written in the script. It was written that you were going to say that. And it's a deep thought because, I think about that and I say,
it's scary.
It in some way, but existence, the more I think about it, is like that rhyme as a kid. Row your boat, gently down the stream, merrily, 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 because life is just a dream. And it really does seem dreamlike. Its existence is very odd. And our perception of reality is always greater than reality itself. And this is proven through what we thought right? When we were younger, we see that, I'm seeing more, but we can never see the true face of reality because our perception of reality prevents it. But
because we have blinders on, because we've been programmed, and your parents' has been programmed, and their parents and parents has been.
It's the perception. It's saying that if we look through the years, if we had an open mind and we say, wow, I didn't think that was true when I was 15, but I learned that it is true. I didn't know that I didn't know. And that's deep.
No, it is really deep. I agree with you 100%. But what I would tell you, the first time you had sex, was that real? Or did it just feel real?
Well,
what about your kids? Do you have kids?
Exactly. I think it's real. I think I went through that. But like one of my theories.
See, that is narcissism. That is fucking weird, bro, to me.
I mean, it could be.
Maybe that wasn't
be real. It could be the narcissism.
No, it is real, dude, because you seen it come out of a vagina and you held it. You're like, holy shit, dude, this is my baby. That is real, bro. When you cut and you bleed and you're fucking bleeding out. That is real. You ever been stabbed before? I've never been shot, but I've been stabbed before. I'm telling you, it's real. Dude, this is real. It's all life. Life is what you make it. That is the most common sense shit, dude. Life is what you make it. This is what my dad would tell me. My stepdad, bro, because I never knew my real dad, right? he would fucking whip me with a belt. Get your ass up and get ready to go. And you're ready to go. You know, pick these up. And my dad was a mechanic, transmission mechanic, and I would clean parts and shit. I'm just saying, like, that is real to me. When your fingers are bleeding and you're like, oh shit, I gotta go home. I gotta go to the prom or go to my girlfriend. You know how it is, like stuff like that. That is real to me. But I get what you're saying, dude. It's the outer layer is what you're talking about. You're like, what if we were all just fucking programmed, bro, to like do these things? What if
but also the part of you that's thinking of that, there is a witness.
Kind of like, give me a second, please. It's kind of like when I tell people I see things, I see the past, present, and future, and they're like, how? And I'm like, I can't tell you how. It's just in me. I was born that way.
That is amazing.
What I see, but I can't give an explanation.
Maybe you're not
supposed to. Does that make sense? Oh, we lost Ricky.
You're right, because it's like somebody rolling the dice, like I mentioned before, that when they roll a 7, they can't tell you how they rolled a 7 unless they fix
7. It's good. You got luck. You good luck, right? You horseshoe up your ass, right?
She's saying he has the gift, right? Like when I look at the scientifically, the present we can see right now creates the past. We have machines that will chart it. We can see it happen if we bite an apple and over a couple of minutes it starts to change. Now, if the present...
Bro, did you just hear what you said?
Yeah.
It's amazing. See, this is how God works. You said bit that apple, and that's it.
Wow,
that's when things change.
I get what you're saying. I get the apple, right? I get what you're saying. It's like, yeah, but now the apple, right, or the present creating the past. In theory, the future might be creating the present. So we know the present creates the past. So what is creating the present moment? Could it be flowing back from a future that is already there?
I get what you're saying, dude. This is crazy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right. So, and with, let me look, the host, how she has the psychic ability to see in the future, then that also adds to the theory more truth of saying the future is already there, possibly creating the present. And we know for sure scientifically the present is creating the past. Can we dip into the past, like Dr. Dean Radin says with his psychic research, and change the present, which is a deep...
And I would say yes. I would say yes.
I would hope so. I mean, that would be beautiful.
Yet none of us have met anybody or have done it ourselves that has stopped aging.
Well, no, do you know there's time travel, right? That's like you taking a car and I take a plane. That's time travel. Going back in the past is like reading books, and you can take it either way.
Mm-hmm.
But do you go back as a little kid again, or are you going back as the same?
No, you're going back for knowledge and things of that nature. You could. I don't see. That's a whole different thing. I don't know.
Wait a minute, guys. If you're just joining in, we're talking different things. Please hit the like, share, subscribe, ring that bell. If any of you have a channel, please put it in chat on YouTube or whatever. If you can't put it in chat, put it in the private chat and we'll share it.
Excuse me.
I know several of you have one.
I just don't think any of us want to age and get old and die. I mean, maybe we do want to, but we don't want to suffer. And
that's interesting because I have an aging father. My father's older, and he tells me the same thing. He's like, all my friends are gone. All the people I hung out with. And so, yeah, I do think there are at times where life is enough when you get older. And like you life. And as I always say on the streams, life be life, and right. So it's like, I do think there are some people that don't want to live forever.
Yeah.
I do. Does it suck getting old? Yes. Of course, we all can agree on that one. It's like, damn it, I used to run 2 miles. I could barely even get a mile in. You know what I mean? Like, we all get it. My knees hurt or I'm snapping and popping, and we all go through that. But that's life. It's organic, is what I'm trying to say. I love the organic part. It's beautiful, but the organic part is the shit that we put in our body. If you look, I don't mean to say. I'm just.
Well, what makes life beautiful is the fact that it is finite.
With when we were kids, working in the foot, and we can keep going. Asperger's, blah blah blah, the boo boo boo, and the woo woo woo. But you get what I'm trying to say. Like it's all by design.
Give me 1 second, Wolf. I want to say hi to Sweets in chat, Revered Wolf in chat as well. Thank you guys for showing up. Sweets, thank you for sharing, subscribing. I get tongue-tied sometimes. Thank you very much. And go ahead, Wolfie. You can start.
Well, our bodies is what
is your name, Wolfie?
Life, right? Well, go ahead, man.
Wolfie, be nice.
No, Country B, go ahead, dude. I'm just busting your chops, buddy.
Well, our bodies is what we consider life, right? Like this is, our brains but consciousness. That's the problem. The hard problem, consciousness, they call it, or whatever. Is that gonna die when we die?
No.
I mean, there's no such thing as nothing, right? There can't be.
Do you know when you die?
The different parallel universes come in, where we jump from one to the other.
Mm-hmm. And do you know when you die?
When we're 90 or however.
One at a time. Hold on.
Go ahead, David.
David,
no, I just
either one of David's.
No. But don't you think that this all happened in our lifetime? The Mandela effect awareness, everybody waking up to this weird phenomenon that's been going on for possibly the entirety of
humanity,
as long as we know, man. Like there's no specific time that we don't know that this hasn't been going on, because there are people that have it all the way back in the 70s that we can talk to. Do you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. But
so what are we actually born into if there's this idea of determinism? People are like, well, there's this one path that only has to happen, and this is deterministic, and there's no other way, and blah 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 blah. So we're born into this, and this happened. This event we call the Mandela effect, right? And all these people woke up to it in 2014 or 15, and now we're living in a reality where we're all aware of it. We talk about it. We're aware of it. But what does does that mean about the reality in which we live, and how do we respond to it? Because
what's
we're living in it. We're aware of it. We're aware of the Bible changes. We're aware that nothing that we were ever told about this reality is true. Because, for example, the Bibles are the best example I can give for my life, because I was raised heavily in religion. We were told they're infallible. We were told these are the guide point to life. You have to read them. You know what I mean? But
what are you?
What's that?
Episcopalian, Christian. What are you? Catholic. Me? What are you? Yes. Me? You don't mind me asking.
I was not. Yes. I was raised Baptist. Then I was in an evangelical big world church or whatever that was ran by Freemasons. Which it was.
Okay.
Anybody who for me where I land, I'm spiritual in the sense that I'm aware of the spirituality that exists here on some plane, and that the world is that we're born into some kind of spiritual reality. But I don't land on any Christian church anymore, because they all divide. They're all divided.
Don't like labels. You don't like labels.
They don't. Once you say, well, I'm this Baptist, or I'm a Calvinist, or I'm an Arminian, or I'm
label yourself.
Once you do that, you lock yourself into a belief system. And every single Christian church argues about everything at this point.
Well, it's not about locking yourself into a belief. you believe what you got to believe, but you don't have to be labeled by something. You know what I mean? Like Catholics, I think my whole family's a Catholic. I laugh at them. I'm like, you pray to a fucking God's mother, and that's fucking hilarious.
Right.
But you know what I mean? I think that's funny to me.
You're not judging, Wolfie.
No, I'm not judging. I just think it's funny because my whole family's Catholic. I was baptized as Episcopalian. I don't give a shit about that. All I know is there's a creator, and all this that's made here wasn't a waste of time. Look at you came out of a vagina. Look at these fucking birds that I feed every day. Look at these red squirrels. I'm sorry, but do you get what I'm trying to say? Like these are freaking miracles all around you. Look at the trees. Everything that we need is here, and people still don't believe. You don't have to have a label. Just it's weird to me. But what I wanted to say is, when you die, when your body dies, you lose ounces. By the way, which is your soul.
Have you seen 23 grams? Yeah. Did you ever see that movie?
No.
That's exactly what it's about. That's exactly what it's about, man. You should watch it.
Shit.
Dude, watch it. I'm telling you, out of all the older movies, man, that was made in like early 2000, like 2001. That's when movies were really good. Still, that had a lot of creativity to them.
Yeah,
watch that. That's exactly what you're talking about, dude. I'm telling you, Wolfie. I know, man. Like, watch it. And then you come back on here.
Well, you got to talk
about it for real, dude.
We will, dude. What's it called again?
21 grams.
21 grams. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because you shit and piss yourself when you die, and like it's just when you sit for a while. I'm just saying, there's something that leaves you, bro, and that's your conscience.
Hey guys,
when I was trying to answer. Crunchy B, that's your consciousness, dude. That's your soul. That's everything. And I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just want to make an announcement. I dropped the link in the chat. It's for Ormane. Please go visit his channel if you like. He plays beautiful piano music, and he also makes beautiful stained glass. So if anybody's interested in how stained glass gets made, he's actually done several live streams on it. Please support his channel. And yeah, like, share, subscribe mine, and ring the bell. Go ahead.
Ring it. Ring it. You better hit that like button. If you don't, I'm going to call you right now. I know you number. I'm coming for you. I'm just kidding.
I know. So the other, I want to get back to the Mandela effects. The other Mandela effect, Max, that is big is the Star Wars. Star Wars has a lot of Mandela effects. And one of the biggest ones I would say is, what did Darth Vader say to Luke?
Yeah. With the, either it was, no, I am your father, or, I don't think he said, Luke, I am your father. I think it was like,
you no, son of a bitch, you're a liar.
Well, you're pulling a Brian Stavely, man. You're pulling a Brian Stavely. Exactly. That's what I'll call it.
I think
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let Max talk.
Yeah, like it was from Empire Strikes Back, I think, where
no, he didn't say either of those.
Yeah, I think he said, no, I am your father, right?
No, he said
no.
Go ahead, Wolfie. You want to say it so bad. I know you do. Go ahead.
No, I'm just on a delay, but I will say it for you. Luke, I am your father.
So you're saying he said that and then it changed to, no, I am your father?
Yes. Hey, Siri.
Yeah, because he tells him, Obi-Wan never told you about your father. And he's like, you killed him. And he was like, no, I am your father. I think. I mean, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I saw that.
Yeah, he actually said, Luke, I am your father. But now...
And he got pissed.
And he got pissed.
Right? Didn't he use like that sword swinging? Yeah, it got gangster.
I mean, it was deep. I've there are artifacts that I research a lot of ancient history, where I think it's a cup, it's an urn in Mexico that has what appears to be a lightsaber, like a sword of light. And then there's another one in Cambodia, Priya Prishnikar, is said to have a sword of light that could slice through a vase of water where the water didn't come, it would fall, a couple of seconds after. Then the Lady of Elki has the things around her head like Princess Leia, and the Hopi maidens also wore their hair that way.
You're from New York, aren't you?
Yeah. And
Gotcha.
so
Okay.
there's a lot of things with Star Wars. I notice artifacts that I've seen in the museums here have what appear to be crude stone examples of what look like stormtroopers. There's a lot of like movie stuff that I've seen in artifacts, like the X-Men. There's a sarcophagus at the museum in Manhattan where it has that X symbol with the circle around it. It's exactly like what they have in the movies. They talk about humans with powers, with different powers. People have the abilities to morph through solid matter, telekinesis, telepathy, X-ray vision, and stuff like that. When you look at myths like the Popol Vuh, the holy book that they used in Native America, that was mixed with like the biblical stuff, they say there were 4 humans first, 2 men, 2 women, and they were created too close to the deities where they could see until the end of time, where they could stand in one position and see the entire earth. And then they had to be recreated to where they could only see the stars. They could only see that which was near. Then you go to like the Far East, Hinduism. I mean, you got stuff where I was looking in my records for the files of spaceships, like schematics for ships, cloaking devices, and these are like 3,000-4,000-year-old text. So a lot of the Star Wars seems to come from actual ancient history. How much of it, I'm not sure, but definitely many characters.
Do you believe in time?
Time like the time that's moving forward now?
Yeah, like 9 to 5.
Well, I mean, time is a trinity because you can't have time without space, because then where is it? And you got to have matter. So time, space, and matter have to work together. If you have space without time, well, when is it?
Well, I would just go with the sun and the moon. You know what I mean? I just think like time in general is made for the working people. It's a slavery thing.
Oh yeah, the 40-hour hostage work week is normalized. Bukowski.
We're all slaves if you really want to get technical. Let's be honest, right?
He wrote
modern day.
Yeah, I mean it's brutal. It's made to where it's really messed up because people are afraid. We live. It's like the fear-based reality. Everything that pushes fear, that is the problem. So anybody that's telling us we ought to be afraid, or it's going to do this, or hurt another human being. I had a great guest, possibly the best guest I've ever had, Objective Ethics. He's a really cool guy if you ever check his channel. And he's growing, loves to have, I think he's streaming on Sunday at 4. And he is just, he's a beautiful person, man. He's like, look, he looks at everybody as brothers and sisters, the family on earth. And he says, look, man, if we would just help each other, we live in paradise already. And this is what it's about. It's about helping each other. If we don't allow the negative to affect us, and we use the positive, it becomes a beautiful world. And he, I have to admit, he said, look, and I came across this years ago, you can't disrespect somebody if you respect yourself. So if you don't respect yourself, that's the basis for disrespect. If you respect yourself,
I love you for saying that.
Yeah, I mean, you can't disrespect the earth. You can't disrespect anything, even when disrespected, because
This is
it's not in you. You know, if somebody says don't let them pull you out of character, if that's not your character, you can never be pulled out of character. It's not what you would do. Like I tell people,
Ooh.
you know, it's just he's a deep guest, man. I'm gonna try
No,
to.
dude, that's facts, dude. Instead of don't be fucking fake. Just be yourself. Be organic. And that's the
Yeah.
problem with people. They're fake motherfuckers. They say hi and bye every day in the grocery store when they're miserable. It's. Do you get what I'm trying to say though? It's like if people would actually, if they knew what we knew, but and I hate to say it, like, oh, we're the best or something. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I wish people could wake up like we do, but everybody is. Maybe it's not supposed to happen. I don't know, but dude, I'm with you on that. And what homeboy that you were saying?
Yeah, objective ethics, man.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
He's a cool guy. We were supposed to do the stream on objective versus subjective morality and ethics, but then we started getting on like some science stuff, because I'm always getting in debates with the people that try to push what I call the religion of evolution, because it's anything but scientific. You know, it's like
wait. Do you believe in evolution?
No. It's. I tell people that science is not based on belief, and evolution is based on belief, so it's not scientific.
Okay, so evolution is a lie.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a very well fabricated lie, and
yeah, absolutely, evil genius.
They get angry. I mean, it gets crazy sometimes on my live streams. But the last one, objective, is cool. But some of the guys that he knows, I know, and I tell them, you know, they build churches disguised as universities, preachers disguised as professors. Charles Darwin is their pope. And the cathedral is the Museum of Natural History, where it's skull worship. These people worship ape skulls and bones, and you know, and then they try to act like it's scientific and say, "Well, this turned into that." It's a fairy tale. It's a fairy tale.
Yeah, Skull and Bones is 332, and then you got the Masons, which pretty much run the world, like Shaq. They show their rings on TV. You know how it is.
And then people will say, the words are extremely important. Tyranny doesn't flow from the gun, it flows from the word. And they'll say, well, you know, you see creatures change. And I'm like, that's called adaptation, and it's within the same species. So if you see a bacteria change, it's still the same bacteria, but it adapts to a different type within the species. It does not change into another type. You're not going to have a cat change into a dog, no matter how much you breed it. And then they'll come up with the lie, well, they have a common ancestor. Okay, what's the name? It's a fairy.
No, there's no evidence of evolutionary beings of us coming from monkeys. That's a bunch of BS.
And they will.
There's no evidence for that.
None whatsoever.
You know what I would say, bro? Why are there still monkeys?
And that's the thing. They'll bring up the lies, and you see, I study it, so I'm like, because they're very tricky, and they'll say, well, you know, there's a common ancestor. We're not saying they come to, and it's like, no, that's not science. Science doesn't work that way.
Science, dude.
They don't
give science a bad name, though. It's so sad when there is real science.
Yeah, empirical.
Well, the science they've given us is experimentation on humanity, and that's proven by the vaccines and all the. I'm not going to get into all that, but that's proven by what happened on our Earth.
That's man!
And this is why I was selling Crunchy B. Life is a test.
Yeah,
that ain't science at all. That is screwing with humanity's biology.
Exactly. And you see so many people. It's so sad because families were split apart. I still have, you know, people that I don't even see nothing. It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. You got to just not. I mean, they will tell on you. I mean, you had people ratting people out to the government, people that couldn't work, and military people that, you know, had to leave because it was either get the jab or leave. It was scary. It was.
How many people got the jab here? Raise your hand.
Nope.
No.
I think it changed people.
I'm not judging people if they had to get it.
No, I know.
Guys, you have to hold on a second.
I'm sorry, I'm on a delay, honey.
Okay. Give me 1
I was
second.
going to say, Max, have you listened to any of Archaic's research?
Archaic. Who's archaic?
I have to, David, everybody, I have to switch devices. And people that have been here before, if it knocks you off, it's not my fault. I have to switch it, or else my computer's going to die and you're all going to get lost. So let me just switch devices. If it knocks you off,
go ahead. Hurry up.
If it knocks you off, the link is still in the chat. But just give me a minute. Sometimes it works.
You
sometimes.
beautiful lady.
Thank you.
She's so beautiful. She's awesome. It sucks that I'm on a delay. She's like, fuck you, man. I don't even like you. You keep interrupting me.
No, I was going to say,
I'm not even doing it on purpose. I notice I'm on a delay, and it's like, why? Why am I on a delay? Damn it.
Look into Archaic's, man. I think you dig it. He's a historian, really. He does believe in simulation theory and the simulacrum, but
21 grams. I gotta watch that shit.
Dude, watch it. I'm telling you, you'll dig it, Wolfie, and you'll come back and you'll be like, mind blown. What the fuck?
The name of the channel is Archaic?
Archaic's, yeah.
Archaic.
That's his name. And if you want a deep dive into the Mandela effect, he does cover it in one of his videos with a guy named Shiva Shampoo about
about vagina?
No, he covers it with this dude really thoroughly about like 3 or 4 years ago. He it's not his thing, but he does cover it and he is aware of it. So
I just want to say you guys are great, man. It's great to have good conversations. Even Country B, my man, I've known him forever. Like, you guys are good people, man. It's good to talk and I actually have real conversations without people freaking going at each other's throats.
Well, dude, Wolfie, I think we can all, like, despite any of our different theories and beliefs, man, this is what life used to be. You know, like, I don't know, man. I grew up with people from all different philosophical and philosophical backgrounds, belief systems. I used to have conversations with atheists about God. I mean, like, I came from a world where we could talk about anything. Even if we disagreed.
Right.
Even if even if they didn't believe in God and I did, it didn't matter.
Can you guys hear me?
It didn't matter.
Yes. We can hear you, honey.
We still were like friends at the end of the day and would go get a beer. You know what I mean? Like,
Great. I'm sorry. No, we could always have a beer. Absolutely. I just want to apologize if I call you honey. It's not, I'm not hitting on you. I'm just.
You hitting on me, sweetie? Honey?
David thinks you're hitting on him. No offense taken, Wolfie. I've known you long enough, dude. I've known you long enough. So go ahead. No offense taken.
Yeah, I was hitting on you, dude. We're going to go have a beer later.
Okay, right on.
Let's get it.
Hey, Max. You said something earlier about like fear. You think we should not live in fear, right? That creates more problems or something. Like
fear is everything, man.
It's as if there's beings that feed off of our fear. Like, fear has a very slippery knack of disguising itself as hate. So whenever you see somebody that hates something, it's really fear behind that. And when we love each other, when we love something, it seems to not allow fear to come in. It's to say, listen, I'm not going to give in to that. Now, whether there's entities that cause the state of the world today that's in a perpetual war, or people in need that creates the fear-based society so it can eat, maybe, those things can be starved if we treat each other with kindness and love, because there's a surplus. There's not too many people on the planet. There's everybody can be fit into Texas. It's just that we're lumped into these cities, and the cities cripple people mentally and physically. and it takes us away from nature. The country is where all the food comes from. And growing food and understanding how nature works, the river, the sky, the land, everybody benefits from a clean river. And the fictional entity called government, which creates another fictional entity called authority, which creates another lie called laws, that allows us to do immoral stuff, because now we're not basing life on morality. We're basing it on, well, the law says so many parts per million. No, there's no parts per million that you can pollute the river with.
Well, don't they also base it all on scarcity?
Well, I want to say this.
Because if you can get a populace to believe in scarcity, that there's not enough.
I just want to say this.
Hey, guys,
no,
just 1 second, Wolf.
Go ahead, man.
1 second. Ricky invited everyone to his show. So I told him to put in the date and time. I know he does Sundays, and I know he does Wednesdays, but I'm not sure what times. Ricky, if you put in the times, or Sweets, if you're in there still, put in the times for Ricky's show and the link. Please go subscribe to him. He's really good. That's Ricky's show. He does live streams on Wednesday and Sundays. A really good guy, and they talk about very interesting things, a lot of things that we covered tonight. So please like, share, subscribe if you haven't. And Crunchy, I know you said you had already, but David, Wolf, Max, it's a really good show. He does.
I'll check it out. I will definitely check it out.
Guy? Which one? What is it?
It's Ricky. I'll see. I can't do anything because I'm on the other device. But if Crunchy, if you can put Ricky's link in for his channel, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
No,
Sorry,
I just want.
I'm working with multiple devices here.
That's okay. You're doing great. I'm sorry for if we came over here and took over your channel. She's like, I have nothing. I can't even say anything. These guys are assholes. No,
I like it. I like listening to you guys talk. So,
no, I just wanted to say this though. Fear could be good and bad.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at. Do you think it's
you know what I mean? Fear can.
Fear protects.
I just want to say this.
Thanks,
and I'll just shut up, Crunchy. Not you. I'm saying me. I'll shut up. I just want to say, fear can either hold you back, and also it can do good for you as well. I know that sounds crazy, but fear. When I was getting jumped, I didn't do anything because of the fear, right? But the next time they came around to jump me, that's a whole different story. I was scared and I had fear, but it made me use my hands. You get what I'm trying to say? Not that I won the fight, but I fought back, is what I'm trying to say. So it could be good or bad in that situation, right? Not the best analogy, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Remember the words, right? What you had there was courage. So that's not fear. When you fought back, that's courage. So
yeah, with fear. Are you kidding me?
No. You overcame fear.
Yeah, my ass.
Well, if you didn't overcome the fear, you wouldn't have.
I was scared.
Well, it doesn't matter. You overcame that. And okay, I would think, hey, if you have fear of the car, well, then that's good because you're not going to get hit while crossing the road. But it's not fear. It's awareness.
Yeah, but fear will save your life and it could hurt you. Well, it can do good for you. And the
word is very important because this is how they get us. We say, okay.
Maybe you might be right, though. You might be right. Maybe I'm fear. It's
words. How do you make words? By spelling.
Yes, spelling, right? Which we don't do spelling anymore, right? It's from the holly tree, and they made it out of. I know. I get it.
Even more than that, if you look at just the greetings, right? In most languages, it's good day. It's guten tag or buenos dias or bonjour, right? Good day. Right? So it's not good morning. Morning, what do you do morning? You at a funeral, at a wake, and they say, well, we wake in the morning to what? To earn another funeral term, to earn a living at what our job, which is the Hebrew
So
word.
basically, like you're saying, like when we come out of our mother's canal, the birth, it's you got to think about that too.
Well, that's the birthing. We're coming
Cooper.
from.
I got to give Cooper credit on that one.
The vaginal canal. we're coming from the water.
Right. Yeah, I know. You're like putting the words like that. That's what it reminded me of. You know what I mean?
And it's the same thing of a ship being birthed out of the canal to go to sea. So
yeah, and the dock is the dock, right?
Yeah, so
dude,
now
it's freaking crazy, right?
Dude, it's all spell language. It's all to keep us enslaved.
Yeah,
we place spells on one another every day.
Unless we realize not to use that. So instead of saying good morning, we say good day. We don't say I wake, because awake is where you mourn. We say I rise in the early, and not.
And when I get off the phone, I never say goodbye. I say later.
Later is a good one, but also
I say peace out.
Peace out. Peace is a good one. Maybe not peace out, because you don't want peace out. You want peace in, really, you know? So,
yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah. So now if we look at how they got us spelled out, they say you work during the weekday to get the weekend of the deal. You know, it's like, wait, why don't I work during the strong day to get the strong end of the deal? And, you know, when people say be less you, and I'm like, why? Why be less me? Why not be more me? Why not? If you look at light is
Amen. Amen.
Right? Yeah.
Amen is Amen Ra. That's Amen Ra.
Yeah, Amen Ra, exactly. And Set, like the god of death, is called Set. So that's where you get sunset. And these words, when we look at English is maybe 400 years old, modern English. Middle English is hard to understand. And I don't think anybody here. Yeah, Old English is almost not understandable. But
it's a death language. We cast death on one another every day, and we don't even know it.
Exactly.
Right, dude. The words are so crazy.
Yeah, we spell. Now, if we don't give into this and we become aware and we say, you know what, we're going to say good day, we're going to not use certain words, and we're going to learn like which words not to use and which words to use. Like, I think within the words, right? I wrote a book about anagrams called Secret Words. And I put in it, if you take the word president and you respell, now remember, we're using the spell, we're respelling the word with the same exact letters. We have to use every
Yeah, you're rearranging, and they're rearranging the letters to spell out something.
Yeah, so we can't leave no letters out and we can't add any, right? The word president can be respelled into is pretend. And everybody knows the president is a puppet. So it's like how the word is speaking to us if we have the spellcaster's knowledge to say, okay, we're going to respell this because we have that knowledge. If you respell other words, that's what drove me to write the book. And I was like, this is amazing. I spoke with a lady that taught at a school, and she goes, this goes beyond chance. And I said, yeah, it's as if either there's a code in the English language or the language itself is sentient and it's speaking to us to where it's like, I don't know if any of you remember Walter Cronkite, the news anchor. He was a news guy, like that was very well known in the late 70s, early 80s and stuff. His name can be respelled into network recital. And that's not by chance to say, wait a second, this guy who's reciting what the network is saying, his name, Walter Cronkite, can be respelled into that. If you take the word television, it can be respelled into the three words, tone is evil. These things go way beyond chance.
Yeah, it's almost like love. If you spell love backwards, it's evil in a way.
Well, no, not evil, live. If you spell live backwards, it's evil. So live or live.
Love too, you can kind of stretch it a little bit.
Well,
but
love will be evolved with an O, you know.
We'll teach you spelling later, Wolfie.
I know, thank you. No, but as a rapper, you can kind of stretch it a little bit.
Well, you don't.
It's an
want,
Eminem
remember,
verse too, actually. But yeah,
it has to be the exact spelling, and you can't add a letter, you can't omit a letter. It has to be a perfect anagram.
You son of a bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
So it's like, you look at words like television, right? It can be respelled. Tone is evil. There are other bigger phrases that say much more, like I think it's a conspiracy theorist. If you take all of the letters, it can be respelled into another scary topic.
No. Listen, tell lies to your vision is what it's called.
Well, that's a way of using.
See,
the
that's
word.
a rapper in me. I'm stretching it out.
Yeah, no, well, that's a different way. But now, then, we can use words and say, okay, they sound like this, like technological advances. It's so it's not technological. It's like.
Well, I wouldn't want to take any of that, but
yeah, it's. But if we use the anagrams, we're becoming very like strict. It's like having the glasses in that movie They Live, when he puts it on and he sees through the illusion. So if we look at the word, what does television do?
Consume. Right. Bye. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So there's other ones, like look at the word priest. If you respelled a priest,
rapist,
those letters form 2 words. It rapes.
Yeah, see, I knew it. I can see it in my head.
This is not by chance. And this is nothing against priests or people with religion. Like,
no, there's good people everywhere, dude. They're not all bad.
Yeah. But like, I think it's Catholic saints. You can respell that, and it spells satanic cloth.
Where did Crunchy go? Crunchy, come back.
You son of a bitch, Crunchy. He's the one that brought me over here.
I know. David, go get Crunchy.
What am I going to do? Come back, you little jelly bean. Come back.
Come back.
We have toast. No, I don't freaking know, dude.
I'm just kidding. Calm down.
No, I know.
No, I do understand what you mean by spellings of things and what they mean, and the reverse spellings and the upside down spellings and the wraparound spellings. But I think people get, yeah.
Sorry, that's the demon in me. My bad.
I triggered you. Sorry.
No,
but
you don't even get it, do you?
Yes, I do. I get it. You just don't need to say it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to swear.
Your little jelly bean. Your little jelly beans here.
Oh my jelly fiend.
Have any of you seen the movie Frailty?
How dare you leave me?
Yeah, I actually love that movie.
Oh, that movie is amazing. That movie
is absolutely amazing. You guys seen it?
What is it?
I haven't seen it. I heard about it. Why is it so? Like I never saw. I don't know the concept of it.
Because it was so amazing. Just because you didn't see it. Good. No, really. What was the name of it?
Frailty. It had what's his name? He passed away.
Oh, Bill Paxton from.
Yeah, Bill Paxton.
Yeah, he's excellent.
Big Love.
He's the guy that played an alien, right?
Twister. If anyone's seen the old Twister.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, and McConaughey, Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, the white guy.
McConaughey.
Yes.
Yeah. That's an excellent movie. I have to admit that movie.
It's like yes.
Yeah, it is. It's a deep movie. If you guys get a chance, I recommend that highly. Like the twist, it's just that, and also the Dead Zone. The Dead Zone you can see for free on YouTube with Christopher Walken. That's a really good movie too.
Well, I just saw. Did you know Christopher Walken did an Alien movie?
Is that Communion or no?
Yeah, Communion. Yes.
Yeah,
it was Communion. Yeah. I watched that about a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Holy!" I do recommend it to be watched. I did laugh during it because the special effects are a little lacking. And Christopher Walken with aliens is kind of funny.
Yeah, he's definitely. Yeah,
it was really, really kind of hilarious. But I do suggest you watch it, even though it's like a B movie type thing. The other one is 222. That is a definite watch.
What's that about?
It kind of does a little bit of time travel and a little bit of reincarnation.
Any known actors in it, or is just a new one?
No, I don't. It's a newer movie.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I don't know
you
exactly
know
when
what?
it came out, but it
I,
is a newer movie, and I like it a lot. It actually, little
she likes it
mystery
a
in there.
lot.
I like it a lot. Shut up, Whoopi. And the other one is the history of time travel.
Is that a documentary or a movie?
No, it's fiction.
Okay.
It's fiction, but it's made like a documentary.
Mm.
I think I've seen it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't seen it, but I've
So
Have
seen
you
it
seen
on my feed.
Gattaca?
yes,
Yeah, that's a deep one. That
that
one.
is deep.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, Frailty, man. That I'm glad. Yeah, that's a lot of people don't know about it too. That's a deep movie, man. I
It's
really,
really deep.
It
yeah.
is really.
Bill Paxton, I give him a lot of credit on that. Even the Blade Runner from the 80s, and even the newer one, Ex
That
Machina.
was deep.
Yeah, they're definitely.
Wolfie, stop. Hi, Prelim. Good to see you here, hon. Yeah,
I'm not doing
2:22.
anything wrong.
Like
Like
2 o'clock and 22 minutes. That's what it is.
222.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
2:22.
definitely. I'll definitely check that. Yeah, definitely.
Did you say? Oh, sorry, man. I mean
Yeah.
to interrupt you, dude.
What were you saying?
Well, you're not
I was
sorry.
saying, did
Let
you
him keep
talk about
going.
the time slip we had yesterday?
No, I
Oh
lost
my
an
God.
hour. An hour went away.
We
An hour.
literally, yeah.
I called David. It was close to 4 o'clock, and then before
She
you
did.
know it, yes, I did. And stop it, Wolfie. And before you knew it, it was 6 o'clock, and it only said we were on the phone for an hour. So it was like, where did that hour go? And David's like, yeah, where did that hour go? I was like, I have no idea. So we did have a time slip going on yesterday.
Mm.
I
Very
wanted
weird.
to talk about the fear.
Fear? Fear
Yeah,
can control you.
yes, it can, but don't you think it's necessary in a way?
I do.
It's
I think just what Wolfie said. Fear can be a good thing and a protection thing and keep you away from bad things. But fear can also paralyze you into making a decision or
right,
paralyze your life.
right.
So it
There's I learned this in I don't remember where. It's a fight, flight, or freeze, right? Which of course, and we were talking about spelling, and if you want to get into spelling, you have to get into numerology and how the letters um, have different numbers, right? F is 6, right? Fight, flight, or freeze, and it's the 666, right? Um, which one do you choose? Like in which situation? Like in Wolfie's situation of where like it would have been better to fight instead of freeze, because or flee, but it's like an hijacked emotion, right? It's a instinct that can be hijacked and steered in a certain direction through all these influences that we have, and it's hard to choose. It's like, okay, well, here's just a simple little example, a personal example, is like I didn't have any fear when I was just biting my nails. Yet I was biting my nails because I'm sure that's a program. I don't know. My mom did when I was a kid, and so it's like, and I fight to not bite. It's like a really mental thing to not bite them, and it's just automatic to bite them. But anyways, I was sitting there biting one without any fear, like I had my whole life, and I just chipped off a big chip of my tooth just a minute ago, and I don't know. Again, is it fear that like am I supposed to fear that one day if I keep this up I'm not going to be able to eat food or I'm going to be ugly because I have this big gap in my tooth now? Should I should have feared that, right? That would have
No,
been a
you
good
shouldn't have
thing.
feared that. No, you should be taking care of yourself, my man.
No, I think the word.
And by doing that would be out of fear that I'm going to break myself, I'm going to hurt, I'm going to in all these different ways. I'm not going to be able to choose food. I'm going to be ugly.
No.
Oh, dude, calm down. It's not that bad, bro. It's
Calm
a
down.
chip too.
Okay, I'm leaving then, dude. Like, what the fuck is me pointing me talking if I just don't fucking like talk about it? Just calm down. Like, okay. Like,
No,
I'm sorry,
I'm just
I'll
on a
let
little
you guys
delay.
talk. No, it's fine.
Holy,
I'm just
dude,
I've got
man.
a lot of anxiety and I'm just fucking fearful.
No, I just think you need someone to kick your ass.
Okay.
I love you, man.
Yeah, later, man.
All right.
No, I'm kidding, bro. I was joking. Calm down.
Let him go. Let him go have his time. Let him go have his time.
No, seriously though, dude. I talked to this guy for years, dude,
I know.
and I keep telling him the same fucking thing. And I'm like, dude, you gotta stand up for yourself. It aggravates me because
let him go have his Wolfie. Let him go have his time. Let's continue.
No, I love Crunchy B, dude.
I know you do.
I even give him my number. The guy never calls me, so I don't know.
No, just everybody calm down. He's got to have time to himself. I think that's important. I think we have to learn to self-soothe, and I also think we need to learn to have some faith in ourselves that we can get through.
No, I'm not being mean. It sounds like I'm being mean, but this is over like fucking 6-7 years of this. Like, I get it.
Wolfie,
it's like, dude.
Wolfie, you can't help him.
No, he can only help himself, and I keep trying to tell him that, and he just doesn't want to listen, and it makes me pull my hair out. Now I'm getting. You see what I'm saying? Now I got fear in me now because I'm worried about him, and it's like, and I shouldn't have to, right?
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Mother.
Hey, I got to get ready to split.
No, you're not leaving. No, you're not. You do not got to leave on me right now. We were having a great conversation, sir.
Wolfie, you guys take care. I'll check back.
It's my New York bud, bro. Yeah. Oh no.
We'll talk soon, man. You have a good night. All right.
Yeah, you too, buddy.
Max, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Like I said, check out Archaics, man.
Yeah, I definitely will. You take care, bro. All right.
All right, peace out.
Have a good night, brother.
Hey guys, we're gonna end the stream, wrap the stream up, but I am gonna do a backstage.
No. Is this all my
backstage. No, it's not your fault. And I'll talk to you backstage about everything. So I'm gonna do a backstage. If anybody wants to come up, the link's still in the chat. We'll be talking for a while because me, Dave, Wolfie, we can talk. If anybody'd like to join us, you're more than welcome. I know we didn't stay on topic, but do we ever?
No.
Do we ever? No. No. But we'll do another paranormal. Maybe we'll actually talk about paranormal activity on that.
I tried. Got stories about that too. I got stories in that arena too.
I know you do, David. I want to thank everybody, Crunchy B, Max, Ricky. I'm so happy you came up, dude, and I will be on your show. Check it out Sunday and Wednesdays. Ricky does his shows. Please subscribe. Crunch, I'm praying for you, dude. And
I love you, Crunchy.
We do love you.
We love you, man.
Thanks to Angels.
Succeed, dude.
Thanks to Angels and Kat and Sweets and Watt and Prelim and anybody else I missed. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you guys' support. Please like, share, and subscribe. Ring the bell. I only have 110 subscribers. I'm not monetized. I'm not looking to get monetized, but I do like to hear what you guys have to say on the live streams and in chat and anyone that wants to come on panel. So please subscribe, share it out. We do talk about multiple different supernatural things, and I can't honestly say we stay on topic because we don't. We really don't. If you guys need anything, my email is in the description of the channel. I do give free astrology reads, birth charts, and I do give psychic reads, but I'm very picky about who I do that with. Also, astrology stream coming soon. All right. Say good night, everybody.
Good night.
Now they're quiet. Say good night. Have a good night, everybody. See you next time.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.